Sados. Nikki was. What is going on, man? Dude, this Anthony Rumble Johnson shit is crazy. Is this shit fucking real? Is this fucking Anthony Rumble Johnson identity theft scandal shit real? Because if it is, dude, holy shit. That is fucking wild, man. That is fucking wild. But what's going on, y'all? Just my 2 cents. I hope y'all are doing well. It is Tuesday. I don't know what the date is because I won't pay attention before I started the stream, but it is May. It is the year 2021. I hope y'all are doing good. It is sunny on the eastern seaboard. I hope the weather is nice wherever y'all are, and if it's not, by God, I hope you make it through it. But yeah, if you have seen the title, I'm going to recap UFC Vegas 26 briefly. I'm not going to go too deep into it. It's already been several days since that event took place. We already know what the fuck happened. We've already talked about it for the most part. Been hearing everybody talk about it and react to it. I just have to get on here and go over my picks real quick. I have to eat some crow. That's really the only point of even bringing that card back up. It wasn't the best card ever. I just want to go over it really, really quickly and take some accountability for where I got my picks wrong and predictions, and eat some crow and give some credit to the fighters that won, whether I got the pick right or not. But yeah, man, what's going on? I hope y'all are doing good. I hope you can hear me okay. Can everybody hear me okay? One person in the building, can you hear me all right? Turn the volume up. But yeah. Let me pull up. My computer's loading up right now. So I'm going to pull up the card for UFC Vegas 26. I just need to go over my picks real quick and eat some crow. It was not a very good card for me. I ended up 5-4, which, I've done worse, but I did not do very well as far as my predictions. But let me get this up here real quick. Nikki says, I'm here, jabroni. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it, brother. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. Hope you had a good weekend, Nikki. Hope your week is going well, my friend. Mine isn't too bad, man. I need to get some more ganj. But other than that, I'm pretty good. Yeah, man. I'm excited, though. You know why I'm excited? Because, god damn it, we got UFC 262 coming up this weekend, boys. Michael Chandler is fighting Charles Oliveira for the UFC lightweight strap. Beneil Dariush is fighting Tony Ferguson in what I imagine will be a very exciting fight for as long as it lasts. And there's some other tight fights, and we are going to preview that as well. But as soon as my fucking slow-ass computer gets loaded up here, I will go over last week's card real quick and just go over my picks, and then we'll move on. We'll move on and forget that fucking card happened. All right, here we go. UFC Sketty. Okay, here we go. Now, I did not do super great on this card. Started off not too bad, though. I actually got this one sort of kind of right. Carlston Harris defeats Christian Aguilera by submission, by Anaconda submission, if I'm not mistaken. Similar to the Darce, but it gets locked on the guy's shoulder instead of on the neck or whatever, some shit like that. I can't remember the exact distinction, but it was an Anaconda choke, pretty sure, by Carlston Harris. He pieced Christian Aguilera up. He looked good on the feet. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Carlston Harris. I believe he's the first UFC fighter from Guyana, which is a South American country. but now he's living in Brazil or something like that. But anyways, shout out to Carlston Harris. He put on a great performance, defeated Christian Aguilera in short order. So I correctly predicted the finish, but I said it was going to be my knockout. So I didn't really get that one right 100%, but I did get the pick right and the finish. So shout out to Carlston Harris. Tough to say where Aguilera goes from there. I don't really know where Harris goes from there either. I am not Mr. Future Matchmaker. I can refer you to the homie Jack Attack MMA for those needs if you're interested. So moving on. Now this is one that I am going to pat myself on the back a little bit for. I'm going to cheese my own cheese a little bit on this one. I got this one right. Pretty much called this one to a T. Jun Young Park defeats Tafon Nchukwu by well, actually, it was not unanimous decision. I'm going to talk about that for a second, too. But, yeah, big shout out to Jun Young Park. This one went more or less exactly how I thought it was going to fucking go. So, yeah, I got to toot my own horn a little bit on this because, yeah, your boy called this one like a motherfucker. Yeah, I thought that Park would out jab Nchukwu, which he did. I thought that he would establish range and pretty much dictate the pace and control of the fight through the jab and with his boxing. That's what he did. He was jab him. Nchukwu would counter him, and then Park would just roll off the counter. You know, he would just shoulder roll off the fucking right hand and then reset and then just right back to Jab City. So yeah, he not only did he do that, but he took Nchukwu down a couple times. And let me pull the stats right here. I happen to have that information. He got 2 takedowns. He landed a total of 79 total strikes. 71 were significant, and a lot of them was that jab, dude. And yeah, he clearly won that fight. I thought he won every round. And he has a good chin, and he was able to, if he wasn't able to slip the punches, he was able to eat them with little issue. And yeah, I mean, Tafon is another fucking Dana White Contender Series hype job. I keep saying this shit and people don't be believing me. The dude had 5 fights. So I don't know, man. This one was kind of an easy call, dude. This one was kind of easy. I did tape study on it and I was like, man, there just ain't no way. So yeah, I gotta give myself a little credit on that one. But I'm not going to do much gloating beyond that because this was not a good card for me. Now, this fucking fight right here, dude. I would like to know, shout out to the 4 people in the building. What's going on, man? What's going on? Ireland, baby, checking in. What's going on, Ireland? What is going on? Shout out to the Emerald Isle, man. Shout out to Owen Young, man. Hope you're doing well today, Owen. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I really do. I hope you're doing well. Shit, man. I guess it's nighttime for you. Hope you're having a good night, my Irish brother. Yes, sir. We are at the I guess it's the fucking prelim headliner, Ludovic Klein versus Mike Trizano. This fight fucking pissed me off. I went back and watched it. I'm sorry. I don't think there's any way that you can say that Mike Trizano won either of the first 2 rounds. I don't really give a shit what happened in the third. It wasn't a 10-8 to me. I thought that was a stitch up. I thought that was just trying to push trying to keep, the Ultimate Fighter thing alive. It's embarrassing to have an Ultimate Fighter lose to a guy that only is in his second fight, but Trizano didn't win that fight, man. Like I guess the judges thought he was winning the fight because he kept like walking forward and looking like he was stalking with that stupid fucking ridiculous mullet. God, he looked so obnoxious in that fight, dude. But nah, he didn't win that fight, man. Like, I'm sorry. I think the stats were way fucking off. There is no way that Mike Trizano landed however many fucking strikes they said he landed in the first round. I watched it and counted. There's no fucking way. He did not land no fucking 30-something significant strikes in the first round. That is fucking poppycock because I just fucking watched it and counted. No, sir. That was a stitch up. That was they were pushing the fucking Ultimate Fighter narrative because Trizano has been out for a while, and it would be fucking embarrassing if you had one of the winners of your fucking little flagship show lose to a Slovakian fighter in a second fight. That's what that was. That was a fucking stitch up. Just to let you guys know. That was bullshit. Mike Trizano did not win that fucking fight. Anyways. Moving on. I'm trying to breeze through UFC Vegas 26 so we can get to what we really want to talk about, which is UFC 262 coming up this weekend, boys. It's just going to be real tight. All right, here we go. It should be anyway. It's got some damn good fights on it. Matchups anyway. All right, here we go. This was probably the toughest piece of crow to choke on, but I got to do it. And I want to give a lot of credit here to the guy that won this fight. Phil Hawes defeats Kyle Daukaus by unanimous decision. Man, I have been a Phil Hawes detractor, but he looked fucking great in this fight. I think Kyle Daukaus is a good fighter. He's a young fighter. He's 26, so he's got some areas to improve on. But to me, Kyle Daukaus is a really good fighter. And Phil Hawes looked vastly improved from his last fight. I thought his striking looked a whole hell of a lot better. His cardio is better. He displayed a complete mixed martial arts game. And he soundly defeated Kyle Daukaus. Now, I gave Kyle Daukaus the first round, but that pressure of Phil Hawes, man. Phil Hawes' jab looked good. That he was going to Kyle Daukaus' body a lot in the first round and early in the second round. And, dude, he cashed that motherfucker in about halfway through the second because Daukaus started gassing, and it had a lot to do with the body work of Phil Hawes. And Daukaus is probably just going to have to work on his cardio in general. But, yeah, because I'm sorry. I don't care how much body work you're doing. It wasn't like, and it's going to sound like I'm shitting on Phil Hawes, but it wasn't like he wasn't going Aldo and fucking Max Holloway to the body. Like, it was a round where he threw some good body shots, some good, like, crosses, jabs to the body, and some body kicks. But Daukaus was fucking gassed by halfway through the second. So I think it was a combination of the body work and him just not having the best cardio, probably. I think it's fair to say at this point. But, yeah, I mean, Daukaus, the second round was awesome. That was a great fight, dude. That was a great fight. I knew that was going to be a close fight. I did fucking call that. I knew it was going to be close, but, hey, it was only close up until a certain point because Phil Hawes took over. I did not see that coming. Big shout out. Big up to Phil Hawes. He looked fucking great in this fight. He looked vastly improved from his last one. He got the job done. Using all the tools of a complete mixed martial artist. So shout out to him. Good shit. Got to eat the crow. Daukaus will bounce back though, man. He's young. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He has the support of his I think it's his older brother, Chris Daukaus. I like the fighting Daukases. I think they're I don't think they're going anywhere, but he'll Phil Hawes is a good fighter, dude. He looked great, and got to tip my hat to him. Got to eat the crow. I was wrong about Phil Hawes. So, moving on. But I was wrong about that one, but I was right about this one. Motherfucking Gregor Gillespie, the supposed greatest fisherman / wrestler in the UFC, self-proclaimed. Got to add that in there. But yeah, Gregor Gillespie stops Carlos Diego Ferreira. Dude, there was 9 seconds left in the second round. And this fight was crazy because, I know I'm not the only one that thought this. I picked Gregor Gillespie. I was pretty confident in Gregor Gillespie throughout the week. And I will tell you what, I was fucking sweating my nutsack off at the end of that fucking first round. And I know that I was not the only one. I mean, anybody else out there that picked or bet Gregor Gillespie, tell me y'all weren't fucking sweating at the end of that first round, dude. Because I won't believe you if you weren't. Because I was like, holy shit, he's going to lose. When he did that, like 3 takedowns in a row, that like 3, like, shot the takedown, stuffed it. Shot the takedown, you know, Diego stuffed it. And he went for it again. I was like, oh my God. I was like, he's like, this is it, man. He's going down. Like, it's over. And man, did he ever show some resiliency? He found a second wind. He did not fucking give up on that takedown, man. And I was saying it, you know, I was kind of just talking shit, but I truly believe this, man. I truly believe this. And before I get ahead of myself, I do want to give both of these guys a shout out because they put on some really entertaining grappling scrambles, dude. Like a lot of people shit on grappling, like wrestling and Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you know, and they're definitely casuals. Like I'm a casual when it comes to like grappling knowledge, but I definitely will acknowledge how like what kind of like skill it takes and how impressive it is, like, and how essential it is to like being a good MMA fighter. Like those exchanges, man, they're like when Gillespie would go for the takedown and Fajea would like scramble, or he'd like put him when he put him in the omoplata, and then like Gillespie like backed out of it and like scrambled back around. Like I don't, like I said, I don't even know what I'm talking about with that shit, but like it looks so fucking cool. And God, Gillespie is a good fucking wrestler, dude. He is. I don't know if I'd say he's the best wrestler. I mean, you know, y'all tell me. The grappling experts will know a lot more than my fucking ass will about that, but he is a goddamn. He is definitely one of the better wrestlers of that weight class. Definitely. Like he might not be the best, you know. I'm sure you can point to some other like grapplers or, you know, Dagestani wrestlers, but he's a goddamn good wrestler, dude. And I've always said, I've always thought that really good wrestling beats really good jiu-jitsu because you can just power through all the positions. Like you don't have to be the 3rd degree black belt to like muscle your way or know the right way to escape and then get into a better position. Like no matter how tired Gillespie was, he would just like find the body lock. He would drag Fajeda to the floor. And look, dude, okay, I want to say this because I did notice this. I was watching this fight last night and I was waiting for this to happen because, and this is why I was so scared, because I knew that at some point, and I know some of y'all did too, I knew that at some point Carlos Diego would start to gas. I fucking knew it. The way he looked at those weigh-ins, man, considering how overweight he was, I knew that at some point he was going to gas. And it happened, dude. I saw the fucking instant that I knew. I was like, this dude is sucking air. It was in the second round. It was like towards the 445, 443, something like that. He threw this 1-2. It was like a labored 1-2 that Gillespie like blocked. And then he his hands went down. And he took this like deep breath and he like had to like reset and gave this like, oh, it was like this frustrated, like and that's when he hit the wall. And it went downhill from there, dude. And Gillespie was just so fucking relentless with the wrestling. Man, I was very impressed with Gregor Gillespie finding a second wind and getting over the hump. Because, like I said, I knew at some point Fajeda would gas. He did. Gillespie took over, stopped him with 9 seconds left. It was a pretty good stoppage too. Like there was no. You're gonna let Carl, and they weren't like. Those all were not pity pat punches, man. A couple of those had some heat on him, and he wasn't defending himself at all. He's just he's in a completely defenseless position, just getting shelled. You cannot. It's irresponsible to let a guy take 9 more seconds of that. Probably another 20 unanswered shots that could be doing brain damage. I don't know, man. I thought it was a good stoppage. yeah, big shout out to Gregor the Great. I think that's his nickname. But yeah, I thankfully got that one right. But I can't boast too much about that one because I was fucking sweating. And that's somewhat concerning. That's definitely somewhat concerning moving forward. Um, I've kind of always thought Carlos Diego Ferreira is a good fighter, but kind of maybe a little bit fraudulent. Not as great as everyone's been saying he is, but he's still a good fighter. But I just kind of wonder moving forward, like, dude, if you're gassing out like that against Fajeda and getting knocked out by Kevin Lee, man, I don't really know like where Gregor Gillespie is going to actually like fit into the division because like, yeah, it's a great win. I don't want to like shit on that performance too much. I was very impressed with his scrambling. His wrestling is obviously top notch, top notch. But yeah, that was a little bit of a red flag for me. Not even gonna lie. Not even gonna straight up lie to you, boys. 60 in the building, 70 in the building were at one point. So shout out to y'all. I appreciate you joining me on this Tuesday evening. Oh man. Been smoking J's. My throat's a little scratchy, boys. Whenever I smoke something that's rolled, like a joint or a blunt, fucking tears my throat up anymore, man. And I get fucking mucus in my throat and shit. It's fucking annoying. So I apologize. But yeah, shout out to Gregor Gillespie. It was a good win for him, a good comeback win. Now, what the fuck am I? Or just freeze. Or just freeze. That's pretty cool. Well, while my computer is freezing, let me go through the chat, see what's going on. What's up, General? What's up, dude? Unpopular opinion: Gregor and CDF both finished Islam. Holy shit, you about crazy as fuck. What's up, dude? What's up, Danny? What's going on, man? How you doing? How you doing on this Tuesday? But yeah, man, I thought it was a cool fight. It was an interesting, definitely interesting like grappling battle there, but wow. Well, my computer's acting up. Awesome. Sorry, I just want to go in order with these fights. Which fight was after CDF and Gregor? Yeah, that's definitely an unpopular opinion. But I have a few of those myself. So shout out to you, Noah. Hope you're doing well this evening. And yeah. So do you think it would be with striking? Do you think they would stuff his takedowns and or do you think they would just straight up out grapple him? Do you think it would be a cancel out thing? Like they cancel each other out and then it's just a striking affair and they outstrike him? Or do you think that they like actually get it done with the wrestling? I'm just curious. Good test for Gillespie. Yeah, I agree with that. No, I definitely agree with that. Carlos Diego is a good fighter. What I'm wondering about Gregor Gillespie, though, is like moving forward, and that's a good point. It was coming off a layoff, but the fact that he gassed out that bad in the first round, like, man, there's some people that are going to make you pay for that dearly moving forward. So that's definitely something. Gregor might need to do a little bit less fishing, a little bit more running. Hit the bricks, bud. But yeah, it was a good win. God, man, my computer's pissing me off right now, dude. I apologize, boys. I fucking shut that bullshit down. But yeah, what was the next fight? Y'all remember what the next fight was on that fucking bullshit card? Was it we'll talk about this one, even if it's not the next one in order. Marcos Rogerio de Lima defeats Mo the Jobber Green by unanimous decision. This one went more or less like no, it did not go like I thought it would. I thought he was gonna knock Mo Green out. But he fucking took him down every round, and Mo Green cannot get off his back. Marcos Rogerio de Lima, like I said, he's a win-1, lose-1 fighter. He has been a win-1, lose-1 fighter for fucking his entire career, basically. I think he won 2 fights in a row when he first got on the scene. Like, he won the Ultimate Fighter finale, and then he won his first one after that. But then it's been lose one, win one, lose one, win one, all the way until 2021. But, like I said, he was on par to win one, or he was on course or whatever. So he was due to win one, and he did. Mo Green is not a good fighter. That's not an impressive win or anything, but he got the job done. He utilized his grappling. Just cut Mo Green. Like, Lima, you can probably cut De Lima too, but or give him one more fight. But like, what do you need Mo Green for, man? Like, it's just be just a body, just a late replacement body to throw in against somebody like he. For a kickboxer, he always gets tuned up, and for a grappler, he doesn't do fucking anything off his back. And like I said, I don't know shit about grappling, but I do know this. In the first fucking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu lesson, 1 out of 2 that I've ever fucking taken, they told me, hey, when you hit the ground, you don't want to just fucking lay there. You don't want to just lay there. You want to do something. He didn't do fucking shit. He just sat there and tried to get like a fucking Ezekiel choke off his back. That's all he tried to do. It's fucking terrible, man. Fucking terrible. Yeah, man. Owen says Islam beats both on the same night, Noah. Yeah, Noah's wilding with that one. I like it though. I like the hot takes. I love it. Keep the hot takes coming, boys. I got a few of them myself. No problem with the hot takes, but you are about crazy as fuck for that. Yeah, not that Gregor Gillespie. Islam would fucking ragdoll him if he gasses out like that. But okay. I'm trying to remember if there was another fight between this one or not, but if there's not, let me see if I can pull this shit back up. Noah says, is not impressed with his performance. Out grappling Drew Dober doesn't impress me, bro. That's a fair point. Drew Dober is a kickboxer. Yeah, it is funny, man. It's like Islam Makhachev he's very polarizing, isn't he? Like, it's either like he's the next champion or he's a fraud. I haven't seen anybody just be like, yeah, Islam's pretty good. I just see most people just being like, dude, Islam is the next thing, or it's like fuck Islam, like he's a, you know what I mean? It's just funny. It's funny, but it's a fair point to be made. I don't really know myself. If you had to ask me, I think Islam will end up being top 5. It's tough to say with lightweight, man. I think that lightweight is going to make a lot more sense by the end of this year. I think we're already starting to see the landscape sort of change, but I think it's going to be even more definitive by the end of the year, is what I'm trying to get at. I think it's we're going to have a new champion, and either that champion will continue to defend the title, or we're going to see it change hands. And if it changes hands, it could end up changing hands a couple times. So we'll see, man. Like, there's a lot of I don't know. I don't know. It's tough to say at lightweight, but I think it will make more sense by the end of the year. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be even more chaotic. Seems like every time I say something like that, it's just more uncertainty with the divisions. But I don't know. Here we go. Let's see if I can pull this fucking thing up again. Fucking bullshit. All right. Here we go. I got a new follower on Twitter. Shout out to all the homies on Twitter. If you like to follow me on Twitter, it's at J_my2cents. MMA Twitter is a fucking dump. It's a fucking industrial waste. It's a fucking super fun site. And I just jump right in, wade through it waist deep, and just pick up hunks of toxic waste and just fucking hurl them at people. Yeah, I'm a toxic piece of shit on MMA Twitter. I don't fucking take it. I take it kind of seriously, but then I really don't. It's really just I just rile people up on MMA Twitter. That's really all I use it for. And I try and rile people up on MMA Twitter and try and like sucker them into like my YouTube channel. It's kind of counterintuitive. I mostly just piss people off, but yeah, the people that I've definitely you know, I've definitely got a few people to check me out on here from Twitter, but yeah, I just talk shit on Twitter mostly, put my pics up and stuff. But anyway, dude. Fuck Islam. He's the next big thing. Nice, dude. That was clever. That was fucking tight. Dude, that was pretty slick, dude. Pretty slick butthole there, my friend. But yes. Noah said he's like Sugar. He only beats cans, and people act like he's already top 5. Dude, you know who I think like that? Oh, you boys want a hot take for real? You gentlemen want a hot take for real? For real? Here's a hot take for you. You know who else is like that? You know who else is just like you fucking described? Just like that. Only beat cans, and people act like he's already top 5. You know who I'm going to say? I'll give y'all a guess. Because I think this dude is just fucking like that. I think he hasn't proved fucking shit yet. A little bit, but not as much as people are saying. Vastly unproven. Incredibly unproven. Even I would argue even more so. He hasn't even really even beat a Drew Dober. You know what I'm talking about? But people swear this dude is champion. People swear this dude is like going to be triple champion. But he ain't beat fucking nobody. Not even a Drew Dober type. Do you know what I'm talking about? Guess who I'm talking about? If you're just joining me. I love this hot take from Noah. He says he does not feel that Islam Makhachev is the real deal. I love it. I love that take. I have a take like that myself. I'm just wondering if you guys can guess who I'm talking about. He is a super fucking hyped up prospect, boys. Like, people swear this motherfucker is the next coming of Christ, and he will save us all from MMA whackness. But he ain't beat fucking nobody. KC? Who's KC? No, Fiziev is proving me wrong. Fiziev is continuously proving me wrong. Bryce, don't you be talking about Bryce Mitchell. Don't you be talking about Bryce Mitchell, no. How dare you? How dare you spread Bryce Mitchell slander across my channel, Noah? No, it's not Bryce Mitchell. I do think Bryce is a little overhyped, but I think he's a good fighter. I think he's a good young fighter. Bryce will continue to get better. He does have a good base. He has a good, strong grappling base. He needs to work on the striking a little bit, but I think Bryce has at least the ingredients to. He has potential. He have a very much potential. No, haven't got it yet. So far, no cigar. Okay. Well, while y'all continue to guess, now what I'm talking about here is a see if you can guess what I'm talking about. Super hyped up. People swear he's the next coming. Hasn't really beat anybody. He's won some fights. He's won UFC fights, but it ain't. It's not adding up to what people are saying. There's a gap. There's this like imaginary gap that people are jumping, and I just don't think it's. I don't think it's there. Could be wrong. God damn, I've been wrong before so many times. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this dude's the real deal or not. But people fucking swear he is. What weight class? It's not heavyweight. It's not flyweight. It's not bantamweight. It's not light heavyweight. It's somewhere in between there. It's not featherweight either. I think this dude is incredibly unproven. Incredibly. He has one decent win. He does have one decent win, and he won it impressively. But that's it. And people are saying from that win that he's going to be nah, it's crazy. Crazy shit, man. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. No, that's right. Calms out. Yeah. You got it. No, Owen Young got it. I'm sorry. Yep, I apologize. Fucking idiot 2 cents. Yep, that was it. That's it. Right there. Yep, that's him. That's him. Ain't fucking beat nobody. Now, hey, I will say this. I'm not going to shit on the fucking Gerald Meerschaert win. I do think Gerald Meerschaert is a little bit better fighter than people give him credit for. That win was impressive. Just one punching Gerald Meerschaert like that. That was impressive. I'm not going to lie and say that didn't impress me. But I don't take from that win that he is going to be future double champion. I do not think for one fucking second he would beat Usman or Adesanya. He wouldn't beat Vettori. Just no, man. Like, that shit's just crazy. Like, but I don't even know what's going to happen with him. Like, who knows if he's, I mean, I assume he's going to fight again unless he wants his entire family murdered. I think that's kind of the general consensus is that, like, you know, Kadyrov was like, I will fucking erase your bloodline from existence if you don't fight. Like, if you disgrace, like, you know, the Chechen fucking name, reputation in MMA or something. I don't know. But for real, like, I don't know what's going to happen with him. But no, I think that dude is really overhyped. We'll see, though. We'll fucking see. Okay. So, yeah, I talked about DeLima. Okay, Neil Magny versus Jeff Neal. Let me get through this quick now. All right, Neil Magny versus Jeff Neal. I got this one wrong, too. Got to eat crow. Neil Magny, I just had a bad feeling this was going to happen. Should have known, man. I should have known on this one. Neil Magny defeats Jeff Neal by unanimous decision. I thought Jeff Neal won the first round. I gave Magny 2 and 3. Thought it was the right score. He started to take over. This is Neil Magny. Won it with his jab, his body work, and really just doing what fucking Neil Magny does, making it kind of a frustrating fight. Staying on the outside and then crashing forward and pushing Jeff Neal up against the fence and making it kind of an ugly, gritty, just kind of he goes from being an outfighter to like a clinch grappler in a heartbeat. And he just like rinse and repeat with that for 3 rounds. So yeah, and his pace, man, his pace and activity in the rounds, he put on a crazy. He has a really high work rate, and it was on full display. All credit to Neil Magny. He got the job done. Defeated Jeff Neal pretty clearly in the second and third round, and yeah, got the job done. So got to eat crow there. I was wrong. I was really wrong about this one, and man, I said that fucking Phil Haas was the biggest crow that I ate. It might be Alex Morono, dude, because I keep fucking Alex Morono is someone that I keep like just fading, and he keeps proving me wrong, dude. And it's really, really starting to piss me off. Like every time I see an Alex Morono fight, I just get really mad because I'm like, dude, I'm just telling you, this dude's gonna get fucking knocked out again, and then he fucking pulls it out, and it's just like, god damn it, god damn it. Now, I am not backing off of the square. I said this before this fight. If Cowboy loses to Alex Morono, he needs to fucking retire. It's pretty clear now that he's not going to, but god damn it, he needs to. Where are you gonna go from there, dude? Who you're gonna give him one final fight, but who's he gonna be against? You got to give him someone that he can beat, because that's obviously what he wants to do. He obviously is not going to quit unless it's on a win. Yeah, dude. Magny is the fight to make. Nick said I had to poop. Right on. Well, hey, looks like it's just me, you, and Noah now. Chilling. Michelle Pereira. That would be I agree with that. That would be a good one, man. That'd be a good fight. Because Pereira will make Khamzat chase him. He will not come to Khamzat Chimaev. I can promise you that. He is a slippery rascal. Michelle Pereira is a wily, slippery motherfucker. That would be an entertaining fight. That would definitely be an entertaining fight. But yeah, I want to see Khamzat. I want to see Chimaev really tested. Meerschaert is a good. Okay, you're good. We know you're good. No one's doubting that at this point. You're obviously proven you're at least this good, and it's pretty damn good. Like that, sparking Meerschaert in one punch. Okay, you got my attention. You fucking got my attention. Now, show me something. What can you really do against the top 10, top 5? Meerschaert wasn't even ranked, dude. So that's kind of just how I feel about that. Like, I think he is a good fighter, but saying he's like future double champ, like y'all are just crazy with that shit, man. Like not y'all, but like people are just fucking insane with that. People love jumping on hype trains. People love it. I'm not, and I'm being a hypocrite. I fucking do it myself, but it just gets out of control with some of these fighters, dude. It gets out of control, man. All right, but yeah, man, Alex Morono. Gotta give the guy credit. Like Cowboys just done at this point, dude. Like couldn't make it out of the first round with Alex Morono. And it just sounds like I'm shitting on Alex Morono, but Alex Morono is just a decent fighter, you know? He's not bad. He's just nothing special. Like he's just a run of the mill welterweight. Jack, boy. What's up, Jack? How are you doing, my friend? Magny and Chimaev have agreed to fight at least verbally. Nice, dude. That's what's up. Hey, that's a good test. Magny's a good test. Magny's a good test. If you go in there and just fucking steamroll Neil Magny, go in there and just go in there and Ponzinibbio Neil Magny, hey, my eyebrows will raise again. I'm gonna say, hey, yeah, that now you're at least this good. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need something a little bit more than Meerschaert to say you're future champion. I don't like Adesanya very much at all, but he fucking earned his stripes at middleweight. And fucking Kamaru Usman definitely earned his stripes at welterweight. And I just think it's kind of crazy. I think it's kind of crazy. This dude, people are saying this dude's future champion for crushing a bunch of fucking cans and then beating Reese McKee and John Phillips and Gerald Meerschaert. Like, the jump in logic from that is just like, yeah, the potential is there. Yes, he's very he's very physically imposing, aggressive. He has really good grappling. He's a very powerful striker. We haven't seen his chin tested by anybody. Nobody. Haven't even really seen his grappling tested. Gerald Meerschaert is a jiu-jitsu practitioner. He's not a wrestler. He's not going to be the guy that's going to be able to fucking fight off Chimaev's takedowns. I want to see what he does against someone that can stuff his takedowns and strike with him. Then we'll see what's really good. And hey, I'll give credit where it's due, man. I just don't fucking see where people get off saying he's fucking future double champion. I just think it's fucking crazy shit, man. Jack says, oh, he was actually thinking Pereira versus Morono. Nice. That's what's up, man. Thank you, sir. Nice, man. Glad to hear that. Definitely glad to hear that. Cerrone Pimblett. God. Y'all want Cowboy to fucking die, dude. Patty would fucking massacre Cowboy. He would he would destroy Cowboy, dude. Like, he does, man. He needs you need someone to set up on that fucking T-ball plate thing. The shit they put at the T-ball bat shit. Whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, man. That's wild. Patty versus Cowboy. That is a fucking that is a drubbing of the first order. What does he fucking say in Silicon Valley to that fucking lady? The new owner or whatever. He tries to point himself something, and she's like, no, I don't think we're gonna do that. He's like, well, you, madam, are a shrew of the first order. Man, I miss that show. Now, here we go. Main event. Spent way too much time on the shit because I got sidetracked, and that's my fault. Marina Rodriguez defeats Michelle Waterson soundly by unanimous decision. No big surprises there. That went pretty much how I thought it was going to go. It almost got stopped. I thought there was maybe a chance she could stop her. There was a couple times where it was like, Michelle, fight back, and then she did, but she was really just surviving. Let's be real. She was surviving well. She was throwing that sidekick. That fucking Michelle Waterson have a very good Yoko Gary Kikomi. It's really fucking good. Comes out fast. She'd be thrusting that thrust kick. She hurt Marina to the body with it too. But she was in survival mode, dude. Credit to her. She survived. But she was undersized for that weight class. She was undersized at fucking strawweight, let alone flyweight. Now, I didn't mind seeing her at flyweight because, and I tweeted this, there was someone that, shout out to this person who I can't remember who it was, but they put up a side-by-side of Michelle Waterson at strawweight and then at flyweight, and you can tell where that extra 10 pounds went. And it was straight into the calves and that fucking booty. So I did not mind seeing Michelle Waterson at 125, but I kind of had a feeling that was how it was going to go down. But Marina Rodriguez is just a really good striker, really good fighter. And I did call that shit. Did I not call that shit with her little fucking Michelle Waterson's little head and arm throw? I told y'all that Marina Rodriguez was just going to fucking turn into her and just turn that into a fucking tie plume. It's exactly what she did. Just fuck Michelle Waterson up. Dude, when she started hitting those knees, when Michelle Waterson could no longer like when she hurt her and started fucking, it was the end of like the third or the fourth, I think, when she started fucking kneeing her to the head. I was like, man, it was like shit. She could have, if she had 20 more seconds, she probably could have ended it. But I think it was like there was like 2 seconds left in like the third or fourth round. Anyway, Cerrone versus De La Rosa or Bays in an open. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's a damn thing. But yeah, good job for Marina Rodriguez. That, no big, like I said, no, yeah, big shocker. Fucking defeating Michelle Waterson. But anyway, good job. Definitely looking forward to what's next for Marina Rodriguez. Do not want to see Michelle Waterson in any more main events. Definitely wouldn't mind seeing her on a fight card. She's definitely easy on the eyes, but she's a gatekeeper. She's a good gatekeeper, but she's the gatekeeper of strawweight for sure. You must be at least this good to get to the title. If you're not, you ain't gonna get there. You can't beat Michelle Waterson, you ain't getting the fucking title. But if you can, you probably got a decent shot at it because she's a good fighter. But she has limitations. She has physical limitations with her size and just skills too. I will say her boxing did look a little bit improved, but she's always just been a kicker. She's a kicker that's had a good head and arm throw and a good headlock, and like she has a couple like submissions that she's good at, and she's managed to make a career out of it. But I've seen the crest of the way from fucking Michelle Waterson, if that makes any sense. Dude. Doing well, sir. How are you? How in the fuck are you? Doing all right. Doing all right. What'd you think of those fights, Strummer? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yep. So it was like she had to, exactly. Marina, the distance that Michelle is usually safe at, Marina can just close that with a fucking jab. And then it's like Michelle's just on her bike, and then when she runs out of room, she gets clinched up, and it's just, yeah, it was just rinse and repeat. Says doing good. I'm back on the smoke wagon here for a couple days. Which fight? That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Just talk. We're on the main event, but I was just wondering what you overall what you thought about the fights. Did you think it was a just a dog duty card? Did any fights jump out to you? Were you surprised to see Cowboy get his fucking shit wrecked by fucking Alex Morono? That surprised me a little bit. Tell you what, that was probably the worst crow I ate. But I managed to escape this fight card with a win somehow. It's not really a win, but I'll take the 5-4 as opposed to a 4-5. So I will take that and run with it. Now, that was UFC Vegas 26. Let's just forget that fucking card ever happened. Let's talk about UFC 262, boys. How are we fucking feeling about UFC 262? Are you boys hyped for this shit or what? Are y'all fucking getting stoked for this shit, man? There's some good fights on this card, dude. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Now, I saw is Gina Mazzani fighting Priscilla Cachoeira? Is that what's happening? Sean Soriano. Is that Punahile's brother? Strummer, is that your boy Punahile's brother? Sean Soriano? Word? Dude, she is good, man. She's a good striker. She is a good striker, my friend. Yeah, okay. So Mazzani, is fighting Cachoeira. Sean Soriano is fighting Giagos. Now, I have not done a ton of tape study on Tucker Lutz, but I've seen quite a few Kevin Aguilar fights. And I'll tell you what, if I look on this tape here, if I start looking at Tucker Lutz tape and I see that he's a good striker with power, I'm probably going to take Tucker Lutz. And it looks like he's won a couple decisions too. So hopefully that's a decent sign as far as the cardio that he can go 3 rounds. He's done it a few times and not only done it, but won fights by decision. So if I like what I see in the striking department, especially in the hands, I'm probably gonna pick Tucker Lutz. But we'll see, man. I don't know. But that's kind of the early prelims. And it looks like Mazzani's fighting Cachoeira, so I'm gonna have to tape that. God, I fucking hate those. No, you know what? I might tape it. Because what I've been wanting to do with those low-level WMMA fights is just flip a fucking coin. Flip a coin. Just straight up Charlie McDennis style. But yeah, I might. Hell, I might tape it. Chat. All right, but yeah. Andrea Lee Antonina, man, that's one I'm definitely gonna have to tape. I am definitely gonna have to tape that one, dude. Probably gonna lean Antonina, but I don't know, man. Like, she's fucking 36. Andrea Lee. Antonina's a good kickboxer, but like she doesn't have the best hands. Like she doesn't have the best like defense. Like Andrea Lee's not a very good fighter, but I don't think Antonina is like. I think she gets a lot of the transference. I think she gets a lot of the Valentina transference. She is not anywhere close to as good a fighter as her sister, but I'm kind of leaning Antonina in that one. But yeah, there's a couple tricky ones here on the prelims. Like, could seem like obvious picks, but might not be. Like Venata and Mike Grundy. I actually think that's kind of a like. If Mike Grundy is who they say he is, he should win that fight. But I don't know how proven he is. Like Venata's tricky. He can kind of make decent fighters look not that decent, but then fighters that aren't that good, he'll make them look a lot better than they are. He's just one of those. He's one of those fighters, right? He will fight up or down to his level of competition, and he will make a just so fighter look good, and he'll make a good fighter look bad. So that's a tough one. Grundy only has a few fights. He is a good wrestler, but I don't know, man. He's heavy-handed too. And Venata, I kind of know. I can't really say I know what I'm going to get from him, but I kind of do. You know what I mean? Like, he's only 29, but that's an old 29, dude. That dude is taking a lot of fucking damage. Lando blocks fucking punches with his fucking face. So, yeah, but that's a tricky one to me a little bit. That's one where I'm kind of like, I don't even fucking know. Like I'm probably just gonna pick Mike Grundy, but I'm worried Lando might fucking pull it out, kind of shit. What is Jacare doing fighting? God damn it! This is another one, man, where it's like a few years ago I wouldn't have even thought twice about it, dude. Y'all, tell me. If you saw this fight a few years ago, Jacare Souza versus fucking Andre Muniz, I don't know about y'all, but I would be all over Jacare Souza in a fucking New York minute. But now, I don't know, dude. Andre Muniz has a 6-inch reach advantage. They're the same height. He's 10 years younger. You can just fucking knock Jacare out. I don't know, man. Like, this is fuck, dude. Fuck. I'm gonna have to tape that one. I'm gonna have to tape that son of a bitch. I'm going to have to tape that son of a bitch right there. But let's talk about the hot shit, man. Which fight are y'all most excited for on the main card? Which of these fucking fights on the main card is tickling your taint? Let me know. I don't think they're related. Nice. Kamaka is sword. Nice. They're all Bradas. Island Bradas. Yes, that was probably racist. Sorry. But the goddamn. The fucking start the cancel 2 cents. Hashtag 2 cents is fucking racist towards fucking Hawaiians and Polynesian people. Just joking, man. Just joking. Just jokes. Kevin is your local karate instructor fighting at the pro level, no doubt. No diggity, no doubt. Grundy is on the prelims, my friend. Mike Grundy's on the prelims. He is the prelim co-main event. What was I gonna say? Which fight are y'all most excited for on this main card, dude? I think it's really between 2 fights, but who knows, man? Maybe y'all are just fucking just shitting yourselves at even just the thought of Matt Schnell versus Rodrigo Bontorin. It's not Rodrigo, it's Rogerio Bontorin. That was probably the wrong pronunciation, too. Fucking buffoon. Fucking ignorant piece of shit. 2 cents. But which fight are y'all most pumped for, man? I can tell you which one I'm most pumped for. Seen a lot of people saying max bet Matt Schnell. They about crazy as fuck. Man. Max bet Matt Schnell. You do not fucking Matt Bex that. You do not max bet that fucking chin. You do not max bet the chin of Matt Schnell. I'm not even a fucking gambler. I'm not saying not to bet that, but max bet that, man, you are. You got a brass pair on you, Bubba. I'll tell you that right now, because Matt Schnell has one of the dodgiest chins. I don't care what anybody says. You pop Matt Schnell on the chin right a few times, man. And hey, I was impressed. I thought that he would get knocked out in the last fight, but Bontorin ain't no fucking. He's not a world beater, but he ain't no punk neither. That is fucking crazy, dude. That's wild as fuck, man. Oh yeah, fucking Strummer knows. That's a tough one, dude. I'm telling you, man, that's a fucking tough one. That's the one I'm looking at, and I just don't even know, dude. Most of these other ones, I got my mind made up for the most part. But that one and a couple others, I'm like Andrea Lee and Shevchenko, that gives me a little pause. For some reason, I'll probably just end up picking Antonina, but that wasn't a good example. There was another one on the prelims that I was a little like, yes, Jacare and Muniz. Jacare and Muniz is a tough one for me too. I'm leaning. Hey, dude, what do y'all think about Jordan Wright and Jamie Pickett real quick before we get on to the main card? What do y'all think about that one? Do y'all are there people that are on Jordan Wright? Jamie Pickett is not a super great fighter. I wouldn't say Jordan Wright is either, but that's actually a kind of a competitive matchup, dare I say. I might just be crazy with that. I don't know, man. That's why I'm kind of like, kind of leaning Jamie Pickett, but am I just like sleeping on Jordan? Is Jordan Wright gonna fucking head kick Jamie Pickett head kick the pick. Is he gonna head kick the pick, dude? I don't know, man. Y'all tell me. Is Jordan Wright gonna fucking head kick the pick? Head kick Jamie Pickett. I don't know, man. I'm kind of leaning Jamie Pickett, but it's another one where it's like I might need to tape that motherfucker. I don't even know, dude. I don't even know, man. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. Never, dude. I'm gonna leave that up there. Never max bet match. I'm not, man. And people, y'all already know not to take my fucking advice with that kind of shit anyway, but that is wild. You want to talk about wilding? You wilding with that max bet match now. You honestly, you got a brass pair. You are a brave, gambling son of a bitch with that. Because that is you. You want to talk about gambling on? You are gambling on that fucking Matt Schnell chin, and that is that is a fucking shaky That is a shaky proposition, boys. That's a real dodgy proposition, boys. Good God, fucking Matt Schnell's chin, man, brass pair. Wild man shit, dude. That's wild man shit. Nah, man, I didn't. I was a dummy and picked fucking Jeff Neal. Of course. Grundy is going to mollywop him. I'm leaning Grundy, but that one is just like, oh my God. Like, he should win that one. Like, I've seen enough out of Lando Venata that, like, he can kind of be unpredictable, but I more or less know he's going to throw some spinning hook kicks. He's going to throw some unusual shit, but his fight IQ has got to be some of the poorest at featherweight. I do not trust him to not get wrestle fucked by Mike Grundy. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end up picking Mike Grundy. I think I'm just talking myself into it now. It's hard to see him not getting just fucking. He might get finished, man. He might get subbed. I don't know, man. Venata has pretty good jiu-jitsu, actually, so I don't know if he'll get. But Grundy is a good grappler, and he might just crumple him up like a fucking piece of paper, man. I don't know. I don't even know, boys. Drinking brew for breakfast. That's what he's talking about. He'll score big on DK then, yeah, for sure. Trend. The worst sibling has been losing. Usman, Pitbull, Daukaus, Shevchenko. That's an interesting fucking that's an interesting development, man. That's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting. Okay. The old man told me to take any rug in the house. Yeah, man, dude, how embarrassing will that fucking be? Losing to fucking like Daisy Dukes, Yeehaw, Mud Boggin, fucking Andrea Lee after your sister like dismantles Jessica Andrade. It's not a good look. It's not a good look, dude. She better win it. She better fucking win that fight, dude. I mean, Andrew Lee isn't a bad fighter, but hey, that's a tough one, man. It is. I feel like a lot of people are gonna look at the last two fights of Jordan Wright and just totally write him off. I don't know, man. I'm leaning Jamie Pickett, but that one gives me a lot of fucking pause. That's one of those where I can kind of just like, you know what? I'm gonna pick Jamie Pickett, and Jordan Wright's gonna win this fucking fight. I'm not gonna be able to convince myself to pick Jordan Wright, and he's gonna fucking win. Because that's what I feel like. This is gonna be one of those like Neil Magny, Jeff Neal, where it's like I kind of know what's gonna happen, but I just can't bring myself to like do it. Like I kind of had a bad feeling that Jeff Neal or the Neil Magny was just gonna do the Neil Magny thing and like, outbox him, and I might just be doing the same thing here. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to pick Jordan Wright, and he might just fucking win. But yeah, it's a tough pick, man. It's a fucking tough pick. Slightly leaning Jamie Pickett, but hey, yeah, Bontarine and Matt Schnell is a tough fight to pick, man. Like, look, I will say this. Matt Schnell, his striking did definitely look better in his last outing. Now just keep in mind, it's Tyson Nam. Tyson Nam's not a bad fighter. It's Tyson Nam. Matt Schnell, his wins, Jordan Espinoza, Smolka, you know, like, nah, Max bet Matt Schnell. Now Bontarine, like I said, he's not a world beater. I think this is actually a really competitive fight. I think this is actually pretty good matchmaking, dude. I think this is pretty good matchmaking. Now I know that he just got knocked out by Kai Kara-France, but he was looking good in that fight, dude. Was Bontarine not looking good before he got knocked out? I thought he was looking pretty damn sharp. Now I think this is a really quick turnaround for him. So that's why I do think that Matt Schnell has a really dodgy chin. This is that was a pretty bad knockout, dude. Like, he didn't get slept unconscious, but he went down bad, man. He really got shellacked there at the end. So fuck me. I don't even know what that one, boys. That's a tough pick. That's a fucking tough call, man. Max betting Matt Schnell. I don't know, dude. That's a fucking toughie. Nice, man. Noah coming in hot with the picks, boys. Pickett fucking murders him. Sean Soriano is a made guy in the Usman camp, which I didn't. Oh, that's fucking interesting, man. Appreciate that little tidbit, that little nugget. Yeah, no, yeah, I didn't. Of course, I'm just a fucking dummy. Pickett isn't good, but has never been knocked out. Is very strong and physical. Yeah. He's not gonna have to fight Jordan Wright like he fought Tafon. Like, when he fought Tafon, he was like, "Oh shit, this dude is big and powerful, and he's gonna fucking knock me out if I stand with him." Like, Wright is gonna stay on the outside and do the karate thing and look for kicks and counters, and I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. I don't know what that one, man. I gotta tape it. I gotta fucking tape it. Pickett does have, yeah, he does. He is tough. He is definitely tough. He takes a licking and keeps on ticking for sure. Stromer says, "Boys, I will tell you, I got a super sneaky feeling Soriano might be sending Giagos to the Shadow Realm." That's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting. No, like I said, woo, peed on my rug. Again, you told Brant on the phone. He told me. I know what happened. Yes, yes. Jordan wrong, more like. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, dude, I feel you. Nikki says Jordan wrong, more like. Raj, this card is probably full. Dude, no shit. Especially, man, the prelims. Yeah, dude, that is a fucking. The prelims is fucking Hurt Locker style, dude. Exactly. Tyson Nam, 0-3. The featherweight. First fight of the night, somebody always ends up in the shout. You know what? I have noticed that a lot recently, right? Some dude looking to make a splash just chins the living fucking shit out of the opening opponent. Just like room, just like gets it started off with a bang, dude. I have noticed that. That's a good fucking look. That's a good shout, dude. That has been happening like a motherfucker. Sturman says we got to do some tape on Soriano. Nam is a low IQ. Yeah, he's not a smart guy for that. Traditionally, dogs bark in the first fight. Stupidly quick turnaround. Yeah, that's the only thing. If this was like 6 months removed from the Kai Kara-France fight, I might feel better about it. But this is a tough one, man. I always try to fade Matt Schnell, dude, because I've seen that dude fucking knocked out so bad before. But that I run into that trap. I always run into that trap, dude. It's a big, because I'm just so like obsessed with the knockout thing. That like I see a guy get knocked out a few times, and every time he gets there, oh, nah, he's getting knocked out, dude. Nah, this is one, dude. Another one, he's getting knocked out, dude. And it just doesn't happen. And I just look like a fucking dummy McIdiot fucking dum-dum. So yeah, man, that's a tough one. It's a tough one because, like I said, if he had a little bit more time removed from, and that was a bad knockout, if he had a little bit more time removed from that, I would feel better about the Bontorin pick. I'm ever so slightly leaning towards Bontorin, but yeah, Matt Schnell, hard to trust that dude, man. Hard to trust his chin. Hard to trust his chin. He did. He looked ready. He looked good. And until he got slept. And I don't know. That was worrisome. The Strummer of the Rogues says, call the Pope. It was my second worst card of 2021. Only had 2 losing cards. Connor won in this one. This has been one of them. No, I've had 2 6 and 6. As far as my picks, this was probably my third worst. I had 2 cards that were 6 and 6. And then, yeah, this one was 5 and 4. But yeah, I sucked on this one, man. Nikki and Rogue saying, what's up? How does Muniz beat Jacare? Knockout? Nice, dude. Jack, hey, take a victory lap, Jack. Shit. Fucking whoop the living shit out of us, dude. I haven't talked to anybody that killed it on this card, dude. But congratulations, man. That was a fucking tough card to pick. What was tough? Cuff-tard. I heard there's a cuff-tard to pick. Fucking idiot. What was your one hiccup, if you don't mind me asking? I know it's a real personal question, but what was your one hiccup, Jackie boy? But yeah, man, take that fucking victory lap, dude. Did a damn sight better than me. Oh man, you got robbed too, dog. Oh shit, you got robbed too. That was some bullshit. He won those fucking first 2 rounds. I went back and watched that. He won those first 2 rounds, man. They were doing. It's funny too. It's so funny too because, they were sucking Trezano's dick so bad. They were sucking him off so bad, and then at the end to try and cover their asses when it was fucking like oh shit, he got robbed. They like tried to be like, oh well, I don't know, like yeah, I don't know, I'm not a judge, but they're trying to like don't even try and do that shit after the fact. If you like you're I don't know. Everyone always says, no man, like the announcers, they don't affect the judges. The crowd, that doesn't affect the judges. Okay, well, tell me what it is then. Are they muted? Do they have soundproof headphones? Because if they don't have soundproof headphones, there is no fucking way that they don't hear those fucking announcers in their ear like a motherfucker. There's no fucking way, especially in the Apex, because there ain't nobody in that motherfucker. Ain't nobody in there saying shit. but the fucking announcers, and they have the loudest voices in there because they're fucking mic'd up. Mike's is hot. So when they say, oh man, the announcers, oh, they don't affect the judges. Maybe not when it's fucking, when the crowd is roaring, but on shits like that, I could see it. Anyways, they were pushing some kind of narrative with Trizano. There's no way you can convince me otherwise because there is a narrative to be pushed with that. It's keeping the Ultimate Fighter, keeping the reputation of the winner of the Ultimate Fighter intact. You know, they always push that hard as a motherfucker. And he hadn't fought in a while, so it's the return of the Ultimate Fighter winner, Mike Trizano. You know, fuck that shit, man. He fucking lost that fight, dude. That was whack as fuck, man. That shit pissed me off. Anyway, all right. Moving on from that bullshit. But yeah, nah, that sucks, man. Yeah, but dude, that would have been a perfect fucking card. But yeah, congratulations, man. Good shit. Good job, Jack. Fuck yeah, dude. That's tough to do, man. It's really fucking tough to do. To get a perfect card or to get just like one wrong, man. Yeah, that's what I thought. I gave Trizano the third. No doubt the third. I thought that Klein would push forward more. And honestly, I think that's kind of what might have won Trizano the fight, where because he was getting cracked, dude. Like he has a good chin. I'll give Trizano credit for that. Mike Trizano does have a good chin, but he was getting fucking cracked by Klein. But then he would just keep like he would get cracked, and sometimes he would even get like stunned a little bit. But then he would just like keep like marching forward and looking tough, and like I think that kind of might have like I don't know swayed the judges or whatever. But like they were fucking sucking Trizano off so bad during that commentary, man. It was making me sick. And that's the only reason they did is because he won the Ultimate Fighter. But if you go back and look at all that season Ultimate Fighter, he beat 3 fucking nobodies, and he's such an overrated fighter, dude. But whatever, like I don't fucking know. I don't know. That was whack as shit. I would have gone 6-3 for him for that bullshit. Anyways, whatever. So now back to 262, boys. Back to 262. And I'll tell you what, man. I will drop the link if anybody would like to join me. Let's see here. No pressure, but I'd just like to throw the offer out there. If anybody is itching to talk about anything. Post comment. I surely will. There we go. But let me see. Perfect pick wise or perfect like every round wise. Thought Klein looked amazing. He's not overhyped. He's a good fighter, man. He's a really good striker. He kept landing that fucking right hand. And he was yeah, he's a good striker. He's a really good striker. Hit Trizano live. Nice. Good job. What's up, Jimmy? Yeah, I thought he won the fight. I mean, they weren't like he didn't like dominate him, but I thought he landed the more damaging strikes. The fucking statistics were so goddamn off on that fight. They said that Trizano landed like 30 to 40 something strikes in the first round. I was counting too because I was like, what? I went back and saw that. Like I was like, what? No way. There's no fucking way. A lot of his punches were either like blocked or like hit off of Klein's arms, but anyway, it is what it is. Oh shit. Got some barrages about to join me here. I won't waste too much time with the introduction. I'll just drop him right on in this motherfucker. What's going on? Got Boston Nick and the one and only Rogue Strummer. How we doing this afternoon, boys? Let me add you to the stream.
What's going on?
What's up, bud?
You do the sideway thingy? I'm going to come right back. I'll be right back, guys, because I got to have my little avatar up.
Right on.
Oh, got you.
Layout. Let me get the layout that Mickey likes. Is that it? Is that the one?
Perfect. So the Klein thing, I thought I don't think he edged it easy. I was thinking like the judges throughout this entire night. So like that's why I put that plus 350 down or I took the plus 350. I had 2 parlays with fucking Klein as well, and he was just on his back foot the entire time. Trajano's coming forward. Yeah, he was landing right.
Yeah, I do exactly. That's smart though because exactly. And for a betting man, that is smart because it's like it doesn't really matter like who it does, but it's like who is gonna get their name read and cash the bet for you. You know,
they've been so bad lately and whatnot, and I really thought that. We were live. I was telling the guys, I'm like, this fucking pressure that Trezano. I mean, he's coming forward the entire fight. You know what I mean? He was landing that jab well too, and then he started landing even more than the jabs. I mean, some kicks and stuff like that. Right. I think what lost him the fight, or not, what lost Klein the fight was literally being on his back foot the entire time. It was like he was being chased around.
I agree with that. The body language of Trezano was marching forward, like stalking Klein, and Klein with a kind of worried look on his face, like backing up and circling around.
Yeah.
Even though I thought he was landing the more damaging strikes when he did, I can see that, and and that's where I kind of think, yeah, you're right. Like that visual of him, like, and the round is close enough. Like I think if he had visibly hurt Trezano like bad in the first or second, even one time, I think it might have like been more obvious. I still thought he won the first 2 rounds, but
you guys remember that
was smart, man. That was smart. I
wasn't feeling good about it, but in the second round, fucking Trezano caught him with a fucking overhand right, and if you guys remember, it actually dropped him almost, and he shot for a takedown as it like kind of rattled him. He shot right for a fucking takedown. And a lot of people missed that in the second round. It was towards the last minute of the second round.
Well,
clipped him, shot for a takedown.
Right. What's up, Stromer?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Jabbing, sticking and moving.
With the Trezano Klein fight, man. Listen, Klein, this dude is a fucking animal, bro. He's like not very tall, but the way that he boxes, man, he always landing those big punches. He's got a great little jab. It's really quick, and he really extends his arm. Like it's some weird shit, like some Slovakian like kung fu crazy shit, dude.
He missed a lot of shots though that he threw. That's his percentage that's what killed him, I think, because he threw
he's really fucking fast though. Like goddamn, he's fast. Like when he does decide to throw, it comes out quick.
Trezano looks really good. Yeah, Trezano looked really good, but the problem with Klein was, okay, should Klein have pressured him against the cage and went for a KO? Well, the answer to that is yes, when you're dealing with UFC judges. You know what I mean? Because if Klein really put the pressure on, I think that anytime you do that in a fight, really, if you're the physically stronger guy and you go in there and you're the more technical guy, you go in there and put the pressure on, overwhelm your opponent, and they will panic, and you will probably get the KO. So if you know what I mean?
He let Trezano chase him down, you know what I mean? As opposed to actually, coming forward and putting Trezano on his back foot, which was really weird.
Yeah.
And he won the fight clearly doing that way because I guess he's a counterpuncher. So a lot of times counterpunchers are the best fighters because they're like tactical. But, he's
a pull. Yeah. He's got a great counter pull. He pulls back, you know what I mean? He pulls like Mayweather.
Yeah. He does. But and the problem with that though is like you need a person that's constantly like throwing. Like Trezano would march forward, but he wouldn't throw anything. So it was like he was like feinting and like not. It was a really weird fight. But the other thing I think that could have hurt Klein, and you guys might have already mentioned it, but when he got the takedown, he really didn't do a lot with it.
Nothing with it.
Get the takedown. He didn't I didn't even count like 5 punches that he landed.
He got caught with more shots on the takedown. Remember? I mean, you saw just like short shots from Trizano. I mean, probably landed like 15 to 20 short shots in that small takedown.
But those don't count, dude. Those don't count. Okay, I've heard other people talk about that. Those little baby punches that Trizano was throwing, those do not do any damage whatsoever.
We're not talking about damage. We're talking about somebody that has somebody in a takedown. He's just sitting there with his hands clasped, keeping him down, right. And what Trizano's doing is hitting with short shots.
Yeah. Neither of them did any damage in that situation. Okay, right. Like people think that those little pitter-patty punches should be factored into who wins a round. The takedown that Klein had it should count for more than those little pitter-patty punches. I mean, a takedown doesn't really damage the fighter a whole lot, in my opinion, most of the time. But what it does do is it shows that this fighter is actually controlling the fight and winning the fight. So a couple little punches to the face that have no power on them at all. Like, come on.
Yeah, I'm somewhere right in the middle of that. So I do think that a takedown should count for something. I don't think it should be scored as much as it used to be scored for. But on the other hand, I don't think that Trizano should be racking up statistics, doing these little bullshit like bitching about the fight not getting stood up and just doing these little to like the ribs and stuff. That ain't doing shit. That should not be scored.
He looked at the ref and was like, "Hey, what are you gonna do with it? All right, fine. I'll just hit him with more short shots," because he just had his head tucked right there. Remember, he had grabbed head tucked. And
dude, I know. And I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like just hit him with something. Just blindly do some Eddie Alvarez shit. Just
posture up. You know what I mean? Hit him with a couple shots. Maybe even let him back up after you hit him. But he just kept them there, and then it was just like
that was a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake by Klein. He didn't look comfortable in that situation after landing a takedown and transitioning into some ground and pound. He looked very kind of like green in that area because he's a kickboxer. He's not used to doing all that. He's like a stand-up guy. So I think, that's a good point.
And I think he started shooting for that takedown, especially in that end of that second round when Trizano clipped him with that overhand right. I mean, you can go back and watch. His knees buckled a little bit, and that's why he shot for that takedown. That Trizano ended up stuffing. You know what I mean?
But if you go ahead.
No, well, I was gonna say it looked a little. I think he kind of surprised him when Trizano didn't go away. I think he was he was expecting to maybe kind of like knock him out early, like Shane Young a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. And I think him being on his back foot the entire time, I don't think he expected that either. So all that pressure, he wasn't able to actually fight the way he probably trained in camp. You know what I mean? He probably thought he was going to put this guy's lights out right away. I'm impressed with Trizano. Yeah. I did not like this kid at all, really. You know what I mean? I thought he was a boring wrestler, and he didn't even go for any takedowns. I don't think, at least. You know what I mean? Cool. So I think with
Trizano. Yeah, Trizano. He seems like a guy with a really good fight IQ. He's not the athlete that Klein is, but I want to get to Klein. Think about Klein's. Sorry, Nick, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I know. I said I agree.
But yeah, if you think about Klein's future going forwards, this dude actually can get takedowns, dude. And I think, he's working. I think that's like relatively new for him, like going for all these takedowns, because we saw how bad he looked. The guy is strong enough to land takedowns, and when he develops that part of his game and like just gets a little bit more polished off, this dude is dangerous as fuck. He's a big time threat, and he's not a hype job. I heard Noah say that. You're wrong, Noah. He's not a hype job. He won that fight, and now all of a sudden we're on here bashing him. Come on, dude. No,
I don't think he's a hype job whatsoever.
I wouldn't say he's a hype job. There are some areas that I agree, dude. If he does work on those areas, like if he works to like make his like top control more aggressive and like to be more aggressive in general after he gets a takedown. I mean, it's clear that he can get the takedown. Like he's got the skill, and he's only 26. Like he'll get better. But yeah,
Trizano can wrestle. You know what I mean? That's
he is. I mean,
that's where he came from, is wrestling.
Yeah.
So if you could take down a wrestler like that, but that's why he wasn't able to probably do anything with the wrestling, because you could see, Trizano starting to post up with his arm and whatnot and stuff like that, and he just couldn't keep his butt down. You know what I mean? He just couldn't.
Yeah, it looked like he was worried that like the second he like did anything, Trizano, he knew Trizano was just going to spring back.
Yeah, right. Yep. So he held him there, and like Jimmy was saying, they count as strikes, not sig strikes, but they count. You know what I mean? So you're seeing somebody hold somebody down, right? And then you're seeing just ear shots, some rib shots, you know what I mean? Nothing that's going to really hurt anybody, but those add up. And I can promise you, when you're in that position and you get slapped in the ear, just slap yourself in the ear. Just right now, just slap yourself just moderately. Does not feel good.
I think what like a lot of people, like, they don't understand, and I think this goes with the UFC judges too, it's really applicable. So basically, people don't understand that the number one criteria in the fight, when you're scoring each round, which fighter did more damage. That's the number one. The volume of strikes and things like that, that is a secondary, like, that's not a determining factor. Whoever landed the more, yeah.
Then you go to that knockdown. I mean, I can't call it a knockdown because he shot for a takedown after he was rocked. And the biggest punch in that fight was thrown by Trizano on the end of the second when he clipped him, and then Klein shot for an emergency takedown when he kind of got wobbled, and Trizano stuffed it. You know, he sprawled. So that would have been the biggest shot of the fight, to be honest. I wish we could watch it right now. We can't. We get in trouble. And replay it. Like I remember being with the guys. I'm like, holy shit, that rock that clipped him. And then I think Danny saw the same thing. And then one of the fights, who was the guy with he had his hair dyed blonde? The black guy with his hair dyed blonde.
Hawes. Yeah, Hawes.
What was it? Hawes. So I don't know if you know, in the first round when they were exchanging, fucking Hawes's hair, I don't know if it got ripped out or whatnot or punched out, but me and Danny were like, what the fuck? Or I said at first, like, what the fuck was that? Did you see that? And then Danny's like, I'm like, did you see his hair? And he's like, you saw that too. Phil Hawes in the first round, you saw like his, I don't know if it was his hair spray painting. I don't know, bro, but like you saw like fucking fluffs of his hair just fucking shoot off his fucking head.
Really?
Yeah, in the first round. It's really weird. Me and Danny literally at the same time live, like, what the hell was that? And I'm like, did you see his hair come up his head? Is that what you're talking about? He's like, yeah. I'm like, wow, I thought I was the only person that saw that. Yeah, his fucking hair. You see the blonde hair fucking shoot off his head and just like kind of float down to the canvas. It was weird.
Hawes and Rogerio de Lima are for real. Hawes really needs to work on his striking, dude, because his striking, he's got so much power, he just can't even seem to land a single punch. But he's for real. His wrestling is for real. De Lima is for real all the way around.
That was my biggest mistake of the night. I was all over Lima all fucking week, and I spoke with somebody. I'm not gonna say who, but I spoke with somebody, and they like green there. So I ended up taking friggin' Lima first round at plus 300, and then I took green by knockout or decision at plus 240. And obviously missed both of those. You know what I mean? And
I don't hate the way you played that. Yeah, I think I could understand why you played it like that because that was a tricky fight. For me, I love De Lima because I saw his Instagram, and the dude is just a monster. I didn't know how strong this guy actually was. He's been increasing his strength like over the last
bro.
Yeah. So he's been training his ass off late into his career. De Lima's one of these guys that coasted early in his career and could just win fights because he's just a badass. Now, when he hit a certain point in his career a couple of years ago, he started training like a pro guy needs to train. And we are seeing a resurgence out of Marcos Rogerio de Lima at 35 years old. He's going to keep winning fights in the UFC. If he fought Juan Espino, I would take that Marcos Rogerio that completely dominated the fight, has more stand-up power than Espino as well, and probably won't get subbed by Espino. That's a far fetch. All right.
No, the Lima has great submission skills as well. Like I knew I lost that fight. Well, I thought I could have hit the first round, but like I knew I lost the Green side of it 45 seconds into that fight. Once Lima took him down and Green did the whole fucking Kevin Holland thing and just locked his legs up. You know what I mean? In guard. I'm like, oh my God. And then, I'm like, this is going to go the fucking distance too. I think I might even had a no distance bet on it as well. Parlayed with something to be quite. I think I might have lost 3 bets in that fight, to be quite honest.
Did you see how hard he was hitting him on the feet before he took him down? Did you see how hard he was hitting him? He almost KO'd him on the feet before he did that.
That would have been beautiful. I hit that plus 300 and the no distance, you know what I mean, and then lost the sprinkle on the plus 240 with fucking Marie Screen. I had that perfectly in my head. I was gonna take friggin' him by knockout, or decision. I have a thing called double chance on Bovada. I don't know if it has Bovada.
I know what that is. Yeah, I know
yeah. So you can get the double chance, which is and double chance. I think was like on that was like plus like 160 or something like that, or 170 decision or fucking knockout on DeLima, who was a minus 200. You know what I mean? Which makes no sense. Sometimes Bovada has been fucking up with their double chances, but in the better, in the toward for the actual better, you know what I mean? They've been really fucking the odds up, which is a good thing. But I fucked that one up so bad. I don't think I've ever been so mad except for Conor McGregor or not, because I had 17 parlays with Conor McGregor to cash out, and all I had to do was put a little bit on fucking Dustin Poirier to guarantee a profit or a return, and I didn't do that. And you know me, they call me Nicky Hedge for a reason. I'm going to hedge to guarantee money at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And I didn't do it. What was the knock
on Nick? What was the knock on Marcos Rogerio de Lima before that fight? He could only go one round. He has cardio now. He's been running on a treadmill. I seen him running like 100 miles an hour, like he could run for fucking 10 rounds. He's been training his ass off, and I respect a guy like that. And same thing with Phil Hawes. Phil Hawes is a gym rat too. He is actual gym rat. I don't know what the deal with his striking is. He needs a striking coach or something. But yeah.
I had Dawkins. I mean, it was just like I went wrong everywhere. I thought Dawkins was going to be able to beat Hawes. I really did.
I did too, man.
I really thought he was going to take him down and maybe submit him or something like that, or just get. I mean, he looked good and big. I mean, he rocked fucking Hawes. Remember?
Yeah, he rocked. He hurt him bad. Like,
he had him on Clear Street. Remember?
Yeah, dude, he did. He hurt him bad. Like he hurt him bad, and then Hawes got that fucking like he like clinched up or got a takedown or something. I can't remember.
And I was like, I think actually what happened was Dawkins hurt him and then went in for the clinch. You know what I mean? I think Hawes ended up taking Dawkins down or something like that. I'm like, that's right the fight IQ plays in the role. You got somebody hurt on the feet. You don't take them down so that they can get fucking rest a little bit or even get out of that fucking round. You keep them on the fucking feet and you pick them apart until you have a chance to fucking take them out or even hurt them more. You know what I mean? You don't let somebody rest on the fucking ground.
Oh, yeah, dude. Sprawl at all fucking costs.
It's just in the small cage, made a big fucking difference. And like Maurice Green couldn't move around enough. Well, I don't think the big cage would have played too much of a difference in that fight anyway. But like certain fights that night, bigger cage guys would have been able to move around a little bit more that aren't the rest of the world. You know what I mean? So we just came back.
I agree, but I still think Hawes would have won whether it was a big cage. But I mean,
that one, I don't think had any difference. But other fights,
yeah. And the reason I went with Hawes is just because he was like the older guy and the stronger guy. He was more kind of like in his prime. Doc is sort of a youngster, and Hawes has been pretty impressive. I thought Imavov was better than Dawkins. That was my first inclination. So I just sort of auto-picked Hawes because I didn't think he's the type of guy you can go against. But yeah, Imavov is definitely better than Dawkins. He might be a little smaller, but that Imavov guy is going to fucking come in and wreck somebody pretty soon.
Who was was it the first fight of the night or the second fight? I'm not sure which one it was. I think it was the first fight. He starched him in the first round, I want to say, or maybe I think it was the first
Carlston Harris. Yeah.
Yes. So
you like him? I missed that.
Yeah, I didn't bet that fight because I took it off my book early, so I kind of got screwed. But I really liked him from especially from the Contender Series thing. Me and Billy were backstage watching, or was that or Dana White? It was one of those two. Dana White's it was Dana White looking for a fight. I liked him a lot, and he was fucking. Once he won that fight in the first round, he was optimal in DraftKings. So, and I didn't have him, so and it was a 9-fight fucking card. So there's nothing really I could do to get back in the game with the people I had. I had Cerrone as captain in one of mine, and I had Gregor Gillespie in a captain as the other one. I had 2 lineups, and none of them even came really close to cashing. That's a tough. I mean, I wonder who fucking took that down. I wonder what took it down. Actually, to be quite honest,
Jack was close on DraftKings last week. He almost had the first place prize in the $15 contest. You know, like the 100,000 one. He almost had the. Yeah.
So what do you make then? If he came in,
he didn't make that great because he had like an amazing lineup. Like if you looked at his lineup, like every single fighter was like, "This is perfect." He had Gillespie, Hawes. It's just like somewhere he got outscored by like 10 points or something.
Ugh.
But you know what I mean?
Ugh. I mean, he still should have picked up a couple K, right?
Oh no, because there was like a bunch of people that like all had the same lineup, maybe. So like those guys all shared the first place prize.
That's like a horse. That's like a pick 5. Like so in Vegas we had a pick 5. There was 18 or 19 of us in the pick 5. It was like an 80. I didn't play it, but it was an $85 ticket each person, and they hit the pick 5. It only paid out like $380 per person, which is plus $380. You know what I mean? Well, a little bit more than that when you lay in 85. But if we had there was a race. It was the last race of the pick 5, and our horse came in. Well, it was a dead heat where both horses came in first. That brought the prize pool down from $19K to fucking $10K. So if it was $19K, the guys would have got paid out double of what they got. And then two races before that, we had the 7 horse and I think the 8 horse, right? And they were both gone. It was no matter what, we were going on to the next race. We were going to the next round. But the horse that we wanted to win, which was a 12-1, got nosed out by our other horse, which was the favorite. So if that one would have won, that the prize pool of the pick 5 would have been like 40 or 50K split between 18 people, bro.
Nick, which hotel did you stay at in Vegas?
Yeah.
I was at so I'll tell a quick story. I was at Bally's, and as I haven't even got to tell Census yet. As I'm checking in, I'm talking no joke. Connor just picked me up. Me and Brady flew in at the same time, so we met at in the front. Connor picked us up. We went to the weed shop and got all sorts of fucking shit at the dispensary, which is fucking awesome. I've never been to a dispensary like that before. And then we went to Bally's. Yeah, I went to go check in, but I went to the wrong spot. So when I walked in, all I'm looking at is fucking slot machines and tables. I don't see any concierge desk. So I turn around. They're waiting right there in the car, and when you pull up. And, when you walk into a hotel or a casino, there's like a lobby before you walk in. You know what I mean? You walk from outside, and there's this little lobby where you can sit and whatnot. Then you walk in the actual hotel/casino, and this black dude just sitting there with his shoes off, and big old fat black dude, bro, was just sitting there. And I go to say, hey, dude, where's the – well, this is in my head what I was going to say. Hey, dude, where's the concierge desk? I got hey. I didn't get the hey out. I got hey out of my mouth. And he just looks up and goes, shut the fuck up, white boy, don't talk to me, and ran at me with a fucking knife. And the knife wasn't like a pocket knife. It was about this long, right? The blade at least was about this long, which is about 5 inches right here. And he had like a little top to it, right? Thank God this guy was a big old fat guy, because I was about 10 feet away from him, and he just started charging at me. And I just step out the door real quick, close the door on him, and put my foot right there so he couldn't open it. He's trying to fucking open it. And I'm like, and the boys they open the door for me. They're like, Nick, get in the car. And I'm like, if I open the door, he's going to be, you know what I mean? So I kind of played it perfectly where I'm like, all right, bro, what are you going to do? And then just ran right to the fucking car, got in, closed it. He opened the door and tried to chase the car. And we just fucking peeled out and fucking went to the front where I was supposed to be. Now that's not where it stops. I then get to the concierge, right? And I'm checking in. They got my card, they got my license, and they're giving me my room key and all that stuff, right? And fucking all of a sudden this dude walks up and with a backpack. You could tell he's a bum, right? And he goes, where's my family's missing? They're gone. At first I thought it was serious, and then you could tell he's cracked the fuck out, right? And he's like, they're missing. They're gone. My family's gone. And then the guy realized if he's cracked out. So the guy stopped paying any attention to him, and the kid got fucking mad. And he goes, I'll burn this fucker down. And the guy said something like, I bet you won't, or something like that. And the guy jumped over the fucking, it was a fucking, big granite counter slat, you know what I mean? He didn't jump over it. He's laying on it like a beached whale, right? And he's just floundering around trying to hit the guy. And the guy that's working at the hotel is swinging around like a telephone, that's still on a like a telephone that has a wire on it. You know what I mean? The old school one. Right. He's swinging around like a nunchuck, and he's hitting this dude in the fucking head with it. Jesus. Boom, boom, boom. And the guy his face, and once he spit in his face, that's when the concierge started going nuts. COVID and diseases and stuff like that. Bro, the cops came. They just walked him out and let him fucking go, because 4 hours later, we were at a Subway, not a Subway, but for subs, trying to find food. It was Wednesday night, fucking 4 a.m, and we're in line. And next thing you know it, this motherfucker just walks right by us, just talking to himself. I'm like, that's the dude that just tried, you know what I mean? Like, just tried to fucking, and he still. Vegas is so fucking corrupt. You have to walk in and out of the way at that time of night. There's bums just near like zombies in the middle of the fucking sidewalk, sitting there, fucking legs crossed, fucking knotted out, fucking throwing up on each other. You have to weave in and out of them, bro. It's fucking puke everywhere.
Yeah, I don't like that. That area of Vegas, the south part of the strip, over by New York. Caliber,
we had
all
to go
that,
south to get food. Exactly. We went the wrong fucking way, but it was only way. There was supposed to be McDonald's that way that closed down. So then we had to walk an extra like 300 yards to find. I paid $30 for 3 slices of pizza before we found the Subway because I wasn't for sure we were going to find any food. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm not eating tonight. And then we found the Subway. It took an hour and 30 minutes to get our subs made, and we were only 9th person in line. And you just talk to the most weirdest fucking people, bro. I'm telling you, Vegas is fucking crazy, full of fucking nut bags. Nuts. Everybody there is fucking nuts. I'm not even joking. But other than that, it was fun. We were at the Rio the whole time, by the way.
Oh, the Rio? Okay.
Yeah, that's what Slaughter had, a penthouse at the Rio. He had like a 1,200 square foot fucking basically apartment. Okay.
Shit.
That's you know what I mean. Fucking that's where we watched the fights. If you watch last week or 2 weeks ago's fights, you'll see us all in the penthouse together, like everybody, fucking like 15 of us, horse guys.
Yeah.
It was mad fun.
You guys all have your own bed in that penthouse, right? Is that how that works?
So there was 2 beds and then there was like 3 couches. I didn't stay at the penthouse. I stayed at Bally's. I got lucky. I paid $75. Me and Razor shared a room. It was fucking room is fucking gigantic. 2 big queen beds overlooking the strip. I paid $75 for 3 nights of staying there. The first night I bought my own hotel. It was $150 because we were only paying resort fees because our buddy Guillermo, who you might see on the horse show every once in a while, he has a membership there, and all we had to do was pay the resort fees for the 3 days there, which added up to $150. So split between 2 people, $75 fucking dollars. So I paid $475 my entire trip besides food. Hotel and plane cost me $475. I got lucky.
That's cool, man. Yeah, that's a great deal. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Goes like this though.
I gotta go to Vegas, man. I gotta fucking make a trip out there, man.
It's too quick, bro. We were there and I was gone. I was back home like by a blink of an eye. It was ridiculous.
That's crazy. Hey, so shout out to the General, man. What's going on, General? There he is, and there's the season 2 champion, the season 3 champion right there. What's up, Chris? What's going on, man?
Yeah, I didn't bang any broads though. That's one thing I thought I was. My over under was 1.5 juice to the over. And the guys did it, and honestly, I didn't even come close. Like it was weird. I thought like it was gonna be a lot easier, and we went to a strip club at 2:30 in the morning on Friday, and the next day was the Derby. You got to be up in Vegas 8 o'clock in the morning because it starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. Vegas, you're 3 hours behind, and it was 2:30 in the morning. They wanted $600 for the table, and that's before they gave you a bottle of alcohol. There was like 4 or 5 of us. I'm like, the place closes in 2.5 hours. We have to be up in fucking 6 hours for the Derby. I'm like, this ain't making sense, guys. You know what I mean? Me and Connor didn't want to do it. I know some other guys wanted to, whatnot. So we end up all just fucking getting in the car and just driving home after we fucking got there. But then I think the guys went out after that. I know they went out Saturday, Sunday night. I left Sunday morning, but a lot of the guys stayed till Monday, which I regret not seeing Monday.
The MGM is where all like the drunk sluts go. That's where all the like the drunk.
We passed it a lot.
Get.
I got pictures of it. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to. Because that's where all the fights are, right?
Nick, you know what you would love in 2 cents as well. If you've never gotten a chance, I highly recommend playing blackjack to women dealing it to you in lingerie, like gorgeous women in lingerie.
Where's that at?
Where can you find such a place, sir?
Well, it still goes on in 4 Queens in Vegas and some other places too, I think. 4 Queens is on Fremont Street. And
Fremont? Okay.
But yeah, Excalibur is on the strip, and they don't women in lingerie don't actually deal you the cards, but they're standing up on a podium behind you dancing in lingerie, which is even better because you can it's even better than them dealing you the cards.
That's by Circa, right? Probably Fremont. Circa, right by Fremont. I want to say
probably. I don't know what Circa. What do you mean, Circus?
No, Circa is like a big hotel as well. Yeah, the Circa.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that Circa shit is. People always say Circa. I don't know what.
You can't even bet horses there, so it's like only. You can't bet horses. You only can bet everything else. But like that's one reason why we didn't go there during because we bet horses Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, and then UFC starting at 4 or whatnot. But that's one reason why they went to the Circa the next day on Sunday during the day, and they said the fucking screens are fucking like an amphitheater fucking screens for each fucking sport, which is pretty cool. But they don't let you bet horses there, which sucks.
We'll all go down there if you guys ever go to Vegas again. We'll go to the 4 Queens. But yeah, no, it's actually a good. I'm fucking watching the stream, dude. It's fucking with me, Nick, because it's delayed. I was watching you, and you're like talking, but you're not talking. But no,
Right now?
yeah. And when the first one I told you, the four queens with the women in lingerie, when they're done dealing you the blackjack, they have to take their break, and they get up on a podium and start dancing. I'm pretty sure, and another girl comes in right behind them. It was a while since I was there, but it was one of the best times I had playing blackjack.
Do you know what's weird? There's some
I
strip
prefer
clubs
the
that
Excalibur because the Excalibur was playing like loud ass dope music, and you had like the laundry. I like the atmosphere at the Excalibur on like a Friday night. Four Queens wasn't like that. It was just kind of cool. But if you really like fucking loud ass music when you're drunk and shit,
that's the place. See, the thing that was strip clubs there, unless you travel a good 20, 30 minutes, or 20 minutes or so, it's the weirdest thing. If you want panties off, right, you have to go to a strip club that doesn't serve alcohol. If you want if it's just topless, they serve alcohol.
Yeah,
so it makes zero fucking sense.
I remember
right?
the shit was like that in West Virginia. They had some weird thing with, because that's like when I lived in Virginia, that was the closest place you could go. Like, I mean, you could,
who wants to go to a strip club? You can't see pussy,
right? So like, yeah, you get like you can go to the place that has booze, but they're wearing pasties and shit. Or you can go to the place that like, you can see everything, but
you can't drink.
I was like, what?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
This.
Yeah, you can sneak in your own shit, and sometimes the girls will have, they'll have snippets of stuff which cost out the, through the roof. But you can like BYOB supposedly, you know what I mean? Like they don't care, but like what the fuck? You have a strip club that you don't serve alcohol in because it's pantingless, but you serve alcohol at the one next door that's topless.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck is
I don't
that?
know if I ever been to a topless one. I mean, I guess I must have been. I didn't even realize it.
I got one down here in South Florida. It's called Rachel's Steakhouse, right? It's an actual steakhouse, but it's called Rachel's Steakhouse. But it's a topless fucking strip club, only topless. But it's like fucking your fucking meal is $80. You know what I mean? You're sitting there eating fucking filet mignon in front of girls dancing, but they're like 10 out of 10s, but they don't take the bottoms off. You know what I mean? But they will when you go back. If you go back, back to the back, if you know what I mean. But other than that, I mean, you're paying to see tits. I mean, I can go on the internet and see tits right now and fucking for free. Fuck all that bullshit. I want to see some vagina right in my face. You know what I mean? I want clitoris right in my fucking nose. You know what I mean?
Right, man. For me, I've never been like enough of a baller to like enjoy the strip club. Like every time I've gone, it's always been like in the middle of like a long night where I'm like don't have a whole lot of money left, and I'm just like I just want to see some fucking titties, and like I don't have much money, and like I want to do that shit right now. I want to like but I'm never gonna like.
Damn, New York too.
Those clubs, that ship has sailed for me. But yeah, dude, a good fucking titty bar is always
yeah, it's nice. You know what I mean? Like I go once now. It's once a month, but it's like 10 minutes from my office. Sometimes I'll go at lunch for like an hour and a half. Have 2 beers.
Have a couple drinks. Look at some titties. Like
Oh no, I don't just. I go back. I go to the back for like $1.50, $1.75, and
get you a nice dance.
Have a little fun. Oh yeah, and these girls are 9 or 10 out of 10s. They're all. It's right now in Florida, like every strip club in Fort Lauderdale and like Pompano and Miami, every single girl they're imported from like Colombia, Cuba, Venezuela, fucking Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and they don't speak any English whatsoever. You know what I mean? Thank God we had some buddies there that were fucking that speak Spanish, because if they're talking shit about you, or if they're not talking shit about you, you know what I mean?
Right.
So.
That's cool though. Yeah. That's where the hottest women in the country are, right in that region. Yeah, without a doubt. I'm
in melting pot. Like my South Florida right now is literally I would say 15%, 7 different cultures type thing. Pretty cool. I live in Little Brazil. My neighborhood is called Little Brazil, so I got a bunch of fat asses here.
Yeah, that's always Miami's always been like a fucking. I mean, I've never been to Miami, but it's always I've always heard that it's like there's so many different like cultures, like Central and South American cultures, like just
oh my god,
right?
The food is amazing too. It's ridiculous. Just you go to a nice fucking Latino joint, bro. It's fucking
dude, and that's one of the reasons like I love New Orleans. Like I fell in love with that city because of like the food and like the atmosphere. You can just walk around with beer. Like you can walk around. You can get a fucking beer in a bar walk outside with it, walk down the street, and then walk into the next bar with the beer from the other one.
So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to plan our next trip. Slar texted me last night. He's like, "You think we can get another trip in by the end of the year?" I'm like, "I hope we can get 2 in by the end of the year." So it's either going back to Vegas or even Atlantic City or Biloxi, Mississippi, where there's a casino. But what we're really thinking about doing is getting an Airbnb somewhere, maybe like Colorado or even like the Keys or something like that. 10 to 15 people come down. We have like a fucking 8-bedroom fucking mansion that's going to cost about
I was gonna say
$2,000 for the weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, if you get like 8, because we used to do that with like beach houses and shit. If you get like fucking enough people, like 10, 15 people, and you each put like not even a whole lot, just like a few hundred, maybe at the most like 5, you are gonna get a baller ass fucking house.
Yep. And we could film a lot more. Like we made one mistake, guys, and one big mistake. Actually, we only made one mistake. It was a big mistake. We didn't film enough. We were just so in the moment, you know what I mean, that we just didn't film enough. We really didn't. And when we got back, we're like, fuck, we didn't film fucking near to what we even should have. You know what I mean? Not even a percent of what we should have. You know what I mean? So that's why we want to get the next place. If we're at Airbnb, the shit we can film, the goofy shit we can film, fucking in the middle of the night, someone's sleeping, fucking buzzing someone's fucking, beard off, or fucking say we go to Colorado, right, and it's snowing, fucking having a fucking snowball fight, just fucking pelting people in the face with, you know what I mean? Like we want crazy barstool type shit. That's what we're trying to do right now. We're going to be doing is filming crazy fucking shit. It's not all going to be like sports content. You know what I mean? It's going to be a bunch of crazy shit, kind of like what we want to become the Barstool of the South. You know what I mean?
Nice.
That's our goal in 2 years from now. So hopefully it can happen. I think it can. We got a shitload of characters. You know what I mean? So that's all it really takes. You get all of us together, and that was our first time. Well, me and Brady and Danny met each other in Miami, but that was our first time all together. There wasn't a single person that did not get along. It was that cool. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. Like y'all all seem to have like good chemistry. You get along. You can bullshit, rib each other, have some things together. Like it and like you've got so many different backgrounds, and you can cover so many different, like not only sports but like entertainment shit. So man, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time. Like I was worried on meeting people that I'm backstage with the guys every night, fucking gambling. We'll be doing it tonight probably as well. And we spent a lot of time together. But when you see it in person, it's just like, oh, fuck, you know what I mean? It's cool. You know what I mean? It's cool. But you're always worried about meeting somebody in person and that person not being the same person that you know on stream. You know what I mean? And none of that went down whatsoever. If it was the opposite, if anything. You know what I mean? It was literally the opposite. Everybody got closer, which is fucking cool.
That's tight, dude.
Then there was like 30 people that also flew down that watched the podcast, like Pink Eye Genie, all sorts of fucking people that came in from that are just supporters of ours, you know what I mean? And friends, to be quite honest, that I've known for 2.5 years. They used to from SBR that were Jimmy the Bags, OG low baggers from back in the day and whatnot that now are over here with us with Pub because Jimmy's signed with Pub Sports Radio now. Same with Clint. And it was just cool meeting everybody that you see in the chat. Not, you know what I mean? Not even people that you're with every night on the panel or backstage, but people in the chat. You know what I mean? I remember Pink Eye Genie walked up to me and he's like, "Hey, I'm Chris." I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Chris?" And I walk away. I'm like, "I have no fucking clue who this is." And I walk over to, I think it was Gas Station Sushi or I can't remember who it was. I'm like, "Who is that?" He goes, "That's Pink Eye." I'm like, "What the? That's Pink Eye. I've known him for 2 years." You know what I mean? I'm like, "Bro, it's fine." I walk back up to him. I'm like, "Bro, my bad." He goes, "Yeah, man, you just give me a dab," and kind of walked away. I'm like, "I didn't know it was you, dude. I didn't know." You know what I mean? I just thought it was some random guy walked up to me just shaking my hand type thing. You know what I mean? Maybe friends with one of the guys. And ended up being Pink Eye Genie, who's a fucking OG fucking low bagger that I've been fucking in the chat with for fucking years. So it's cool. It really is. That's why these meetups are key. And like you live in Vegas, Rogue?
No, I don't live there. I have lived there for over 5 years before. And I don't live too far from there. I'm just in the north. I'm in northern Nevada. Do you know Lake Tahoe? Reno? Yeah. What a big I'm not in Tahoe, I'm in Reno.
We got Big Show on as well, but he's backstage with us. Reno's not too far, is it?
It's like 7-hour drive, over 7-hour drive to Vegas. Yeah.
That far?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not that far where like if I wanted to come down there and meet up with you guys. But no, I'm thinking about actually moving back down to Vegas. My lease is up pretty soon. I got to decide where I'm going. Vegas is my preferred place to live because it's super casual It's super casual place, but yeah. Yeah, it's just a chill place. There's no traffic. Oh yeah, but yeah, I like Vegas a lot. It's definitely it's a cool I'm not big into like the whole like tourist shit on the strip, like walk around fucking getting drunk and with homeless people. I'm not like I just like the casual living around there. Like, you know, I don't like to go down to the strip unless I have to. But I want to position. At 2 cents, I actually want to position myself. Yeah, I mean, Nick's saying like, hold on.
Yeah, what were you saying?
I told you I'm on the smoke wagon, bro. I'm losing my shit right now.
Nice, dude. Nice. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
I got I got a $15 gram of this Khalifa Kush. It was like, you know, the normal grams are like $9 or $10. This one was $15, and the percentage is only like 18% THC. But the weed is actually, it gives you like a good high, because I'm like really specific with my strands, 2 cents, because I have an allergic reaction to fucking marijuana. So I'm real specific with what I get.
Nice. Well, that's what's up, man. Yeah, that's that fucking KK, dude. He actually has a song about that shit.
Oh, you know about that? That Khalifa Kush?
Dude, that's fucking that is a fucking true like designer strain that like Wiz Khalifa like worked with some dudes and like designed that. He worked with a grower and like came up with that shit. And,
I enjoy it, man.
That's tight, good. Man. I'm jealous.
Big Show, can you hear me?
I want to try that shit.
Yeah.
Big Show's next. Will.
What's up, Show?
What up, TC?
Dude.
What's up, Big Show? What up, Show?
Yep.
Yeah, forget what I was saying, but yeah. Yeah, it's just a cool place. Yeah, Vegas is a cool place. You know, like the whole vibe out there is just you do whatever the hell you want, and like it's good people. You know, there's usually not a problem. I do know there is crime in Vegas, and it can be dangerous, but if you stay out of those regions, you're pretty much good, man. You're pretty much, you know, yeah.
Don't get stabbed in Vegas your first 5 minutes. That's my only that's the only thing to say. It could happen. It could happen. All right, I'm gonna bounce off, boys.
All right, Nicky.
Well, if you're on for a little bit longer, I'll keep checking back and forth or whatnot.
Right on.
All right, boys.
Thank you for later show.
I gotta put some bets in right now.
All right, Nick and Show. Have a good betting day. Have a good betting day over there.
No, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you, TC. Later, Rogue.
Later, dude.
Later, man.
There he is.
There was Nick. Yeah.
Boston Nick. Yeah, dude. Man, I'm jealous though, man. I've heard of that Khalifa Kush, dude. I heard it's a good one. I got some shit. I'm pretty sure I've got some kind of like, it's some kind of Girl Scout shit. It's like either wedding cake or ice cream cake or something like that. But it's fucking good. I got to get some more though. I got to re-up. I'm gonna re-up in a couple days.
You guys have you guys work how do you like get yours? Because you just moved to a new place. So do you have like a new connection?
Yeah, so I do still have some powers, but
okay.
Yeah, like I haven't gotten my card yet, so yeah, I have to use my powers to procure things. But
Mandalorian powers.
Yes, I have to tap into my my fucking ganj procuring superpowers. Luckily I still have some powers and abilities to make those things happen, allegedly. But yeah,
they came out with a new one to hold us over until the Mandalorian, the Bad Batch. Like it's a cartoon is the only thing, but I know you don't care about that.
Well, no, actually, dude, I've seen the Bad Batch. I do want to kind of check that out because it looks like similar animation to
the Clone Wars. Very similar. Yeah, it's very similar. And when I watched it, I knew it would be right up your alley. I liked what I saw. I watched the opening episode, which is like over an hour long.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just came out with episode 2 that's like 30 minutes. And I haven't seen that. But they're, because they just released this show.
Right. Did they release the whole thing, or is it just like episode by episode per week?
Yeah, it's just episode by episode. You know how that is. Okay. I did try and watch that Falcon and the Winter Snowman or whatever, Snow Soldier. I can't do that shit, bro. I can't
Summer
do that
says
show,
no
man.
go. He says no dice on Falcon and Winter Soldier.
It's good. It's you've only what?
I've only watched a couple episodes. I watched like 2 or 3, I think.
Yes, exactly. No, man, it's like it's good for what it is. Not the worst thing on television, but it wasn't like drawing me in. I didn't fucking love it. You know, I don't know why.
So, dude, I actually, since we're on the subject, excuse me. Yeah, I watched Without Remorse. I watched Mortal Kombat.
Without Remorse? Wow, is that any good?
Dude, that was actually watchable. I actually thought that was pretty decent. It was definitely watchable. My expectations weren't too high for it, and it was good. I give it like 7.5, something like that. It was
I'll check that out. I'll check that one out.
Definitely a watchable action movie. Now, you know what else I watched, dude? I watched this yesterday. I watched fucking Tenet yesterday.
Tenet.
That new Christopher Nolan movie about the like reversing like objects in time and shit.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that one.
It was good. It was like it was pretty good. Like I didn't like the ending. I'll be honest with you. I did not like the ending of Tenet. But I thought that like the first like hour and a half, dude, I was fucking sucked in. Like overall I thought it was good. The very, very ending is kind of cool, but like the climax, like the shit that's supposed to be like the most intense part of the movie, I was kind of like, I was still waiting for something else to happen. But the way they wrapped it up and explained everything was kind of good. But I don't know. I give that like a like 7. There 7 to 8. Like there were some action scenes that were really fucking cool.
I may check this out, man. I thought this looked kind of good. I also like some of the actors, so yeah, it looks like a good movie.
Yeah, and it's the dude that played the lead role, John David Washington, the guy that plays the like CIA agent, like caught up in the whole thing. He did a really fucking good job. Pattinson was good in it too.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I'm probably gonna check this one out. I seen it. Yeah, it's a sleeper, dude. How it's crazy how they fucking damn. This actually got really good reviews. Holy shit.
Yeah, Tenet was good. I liked it. I definitely like. It's worth a watch. Definitely worth a watch. It's one of those movies that's like, if you think about it too much and if you think about it too hard, it doesn't really make sense. But it's not that hard. At a certain point, it becomes confusing, and I was like, "What the fuck is actually going on here?" But they kind of have a decent way of like explaining enough of it to where you don't feel like totally lost. Like you can still kind of like follow the plot and everything. Kind of. That probably doesn't make much sense, but I thought it was pretty good.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense to me. It makes perfect sense what you just said.
I hate when a good movie or show has an underwhelming ending. Yeah, it was like I didn't. This is what happened. It got to the ending, and I was like, okay, what's going on? Like I didn't understand the lead up to the climax. I was just kind of like I just got confused, and I was like, okay, I get what happened. Yeah, the time travel. This is like, and without spoiling too much, is like, yeah, I get what's happening. You've established the rules of within this movie of like this little universe or whatever. I get it. I'm following. And then like the ending, I was just like, wait, what the fuck is going on now? And then, but then they kind of like wrapped it up with like, it was like the very ending of it was satisfying, but I just was kind of lost during the climax was kind of what happened with me.
Well, is it science fiction at all?
No, it is. It is because it deals with like time travel and entropy, like reverse entropy.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but maybe I should just wait till I watch the movie.
I don't really either. It has something
reverse
to do with
entropy. Like, is that what you said? Entropy.
It's reverse. It has to do with entropy, which is like it has to do with the second law of thermodynamics, which I do not even know what that fucking is, but it has something to do with that. It has something to do with.
Yeah, go ahead.
It has something to do with the way a law of physics that has to do with like something moving forward through time, like the irreversibility of something with like the irreversibility of time, something
Okay.
like that.
Well, I'll be telling you right now. This is the first movie that I have on my list right now because this. I mean, obviously, it's just Christopher Nolan. You just sort of have to respect these actors and the whole sci-fi thing. And the reviews look good. I'm ready to go. The train's moving ahead.
Dude, there were a couple of scenes where I was like, "Whoa, that's fucking cool." I have no idea what just happened, but it looked pretty cool. I found myself saying that several times, like during that movie.
In 2 cents, I'm a sci-fi junkie, so I like watch anything. Like, did you see that After Earth movie I told you about?
Man, no, I didn't. I have not.
You gotta watch that, man. You gotta watch it, bro. You gotta.
What platform? What platform is it on?
I don't know, man. I have to check. I gotta grab my remote.
HBO for Tenet, Noah. Tenet.
Okay.
Tenet,
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat, and Without Remorse is on Amazon.
And I will watch. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've seen Without Remorse advertised. I'm gonna watch that too. Those are two really good Those are two of the best recommendations I've had in a while. I've got high hopes for each movie. But yeah, no, I mean anything with vampires, anything with like fucking fairies and fucking lichens, anything. So like I watched all the Twilight movies. I like them. I don't know why they get bashed. I know they're not for everybody, but I like vampire shit. So
dude, so check it out. Speaking of that, I kind of made a deal with my wife that I would watch, because I've seen I saw the first Twilight in theaters with an ex of mine, and then I saw the second one, like we rented it, and then I haven't seen the rest of them. But I said, okay, I will watch Twilight and I will watch all the Harry Potter movies with you, but you have to fucking watch Lord of the Rings with me.
Oh, and she hasn't seen Lord of the Rings, or she
didn't. But we watched Fellowship of the Ring. God damn, that movie's so good. We watched we watched that this what was it, Sunday, I think. But
okay,
I do have to finish watching the Twilight movies. But yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
I highly recommend them, 2 cents, because I'll tell you, if you did like the first couple at all, they're good all the way through. There's like 5 films, and yeah, man, like I've seen them all at least twice.
I'll tell you what.
I mean, yeah,
I've seen worse movies. I don't remember being like, because at the time I remember seeing them, I was just like, when is this movie gonna get over so I can fucking get my dick sucked? You know what I'm saying? I was just like, well, like when is
you're just like
thinking it. At the time, I was just like, okay, yeah, okay. I'm doing my boyfriend thing here, like taking it to the movie.
Yeah, you went into it with low expectations or whatever, because everybody's always bashing it. People bash those movies, but they actually have like good actors in them, and it's like they're good film,
Yeah, for sure. Like, no, and yeah, Pattinson is a way better actor than he gets credit for. Way better actor.
I like Pattinson. There's a weird movie where Pattinson like robs banks with like his like fucking autistic like younger brother.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's called I haven't seen it, but it's Good Times.
It is called Good Times. I've seen it. It's actually good, man. It's not bad. It's definitely watchable for me. I think it's like 6.5 out of 10. But like if you're just bored and you want to watch like kind of like a crazy movie, like I thought it was pretty cool.
Nice. Oh, dude, you said you like sci-fi movies. Did you ever see this movie is a fucking mind bender. Did you ever see oh goddamn, what's it called? Fuck. It's an Ethan Hawke, Predestination.
Oh, Predestination. I mean, I know that's a movie that I've heard of, and I think I may have seen it. Let me look it up.
It has. So the Tenet kind of touches on this concept, and it's a paradox, like a grandfather paradox kind of thing, like a causal loop continues.
Yeah, I have seen this. I didn't remember loving this, but it was interesting. Maybe I need to rewatch it.
I remember thinking, what the fuck is going on? But I remember watching it and being like, whoa, that was a mind bender. Like,
I'd like to watch this again. Yeah, I'd like to watch that again.
It was. I remember like watching it and being like, that was wild. That's crazy. And then a couple like times I was like, my mind was blown. And I was like, what the fuck? And then it wasn't like an incredible movie, but it was a mind bender. It was one of those where I had to think about what the fuck I just saw.
Yeah, I fucking Ethan Hawke. I watched most of his movies, man. Like even when I was a kid, first movie that I ever actually walked out of the movie theaters was Reality Bites. I actually got up and walked out because I was just so bored by the movie. And then I ended up watching that movie like a few years later when I was like in my fucking young 20s or whatever. And it's like fucking, it's a good ass movie, you know?
It is good.
Yeah.
That's
so,
the one where he's talking about like what, just like You and Me and $5, like the with Winona Ryder, like just hanging out with her and like talking and like fucking drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes and shit.
Yeah.
That's
just like movie. Classic 80s culture.
Yeah.
Or early 90s, whenever the fuck that shit came
out. For sure.
But yeah, no, Transformer movies, they're good. They're not my cup of tea, but I have seen quite a few of them, and they are damn good. They're underrated. It's just not really my cup of tea. That's the only thing I can say.
Dude, another good sci-fi movie that's like that. I don't even know where you would find it, but The Machine is really underrated. The Machine. It's like it's definitely more of like it's not. I'd call it more of a thriller than an action movie, but it does have some cool action. But it's basically like this scientist who's working on artificial intelligence, and he figures out a way to put artificial intelligence into this body or whatever. And some of the elements of the plot are a little predictable. Like, of course, the military wants to take it and use it and turn it into a weapon, but then he's like, no, it can be so much more than this. Like you don't even understand what this thing's capable of. And then he ends up forming a bond with this thing, and it's good. Like, it's definitely it's some familiar like genre tropes, but they do a pretty good job with it. And it's like it's got a little bit of a like the ending is kind of like cool and like a little haunting. Like, but I thought it's like a better than average kind of like indie sci-fi movie.
Never heard of this movie. It's like the ultimate sleeper, man. No, I don't think anybody's ever heard of this. This is crazy.
Yeah, The Machine. It's good. It's got Toby Stevens is like is the main star. He's been in some other shit too. He's an English actor.
It looks good. It looks good, man. I saved it. I bookmarked it, so I'm gonna have to go and watch some of these. You know.
Yeah, I don't even know where you would find The Machine. It hasn't. I haven't. It was on Netflix a while ago, like a few years ago.
I can just voice it into my my like Fire Stick, and it'll bring it up.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I don't have cable. I just have that Fire Stick. I've had that for like at least a few years now, and I've never had an issue with it.
Nice. That's what the Amazon Fire Stick thing.
Yeah, because you get like you can get anything you want with it now. I mean, I can even like watch like HBO like channel like live like regular cable. Like I can go to a guide and like do all sorts of weird shit.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm about to talk to the old lady about that, man, because we have all the like the apps and shit, like, but we had to get HBO through Hulu, and then like we have Netflix and Amazon stuff. But
if you haven't seen, so you said you only saw the first two Twilights, right?
I saw the second one is the first one with the werewolf dude, Jacob or whatever.
I guess he's not in the first. I thought he was in the first one too, but yeah, I mean, I guess so. I'm not sure, but yeah, you might have seen the third one, or you're not sure.
I think I've only seen two of them.
You need to watch the third one, dude, because if my recollection's correct, like you should watch all of them. I mean, your wife's already seen them all, or no?
Dude, she fucking loves Twilight, bro. She has all the books in special edition. She has all the fucking movies. Dude, like
you should watch it with her. Like, she's probably already seen it too much. That's the only thing. Like,
she hasn't seen it in a while, and she's been begging me to. So that might.
Those are good movies, dude. Those are good fucking movies. Like, when you're talking about like raw entertainment, that's just sort of like, this is fucking cool, you know? Like, that's what I want to see. I just want something that's a really enjoyable to watch. Like, fucking, you know, like, I don't have to fucking pick apart a puzzle, figure out what's going on sometimes, you know?
Right. No, yeah. Really, dude.
You'll love it, 2 cents. Yeah, people bash on Twilight. I don't know why they do. I never figured out why. Like, I don't know, because it's like a high school like type of shit. I don't know.
But speaking, what's up, Nick? I see you, bro. Yeah, he says seen Predestination, Mindbender. Yeah, it's definitely a Mindbender. But the guys that directed Predestination did that vampire movie Daybreakers with Ethan Hawke with your boy.
Yeah,
Ethan
I was going to
Hawke.
bring that up a minute ago. It's funny you said that.
Dude. Yeah, that's a fucking fucking.
Yeah, it's one of my all-time like favorite movies, dude. It's not perfect movie, but I love the premise of it, and I loved the movie itself. After I was done watching it, it was cool.
Fuck yeah, dude! It was a great premise, man. That everyone is a vampire. Like not every vampire is like quote unquote a bad guy. It's just like what would the society be like with vampirism? Like that was cool. The world building they did in that movie was fucking cool. And there's some like sweet dude that fucking scene where like that like demon bat thing like gets into the house and they're like him and his brother fighting it in the kitchen. That shit's crazy, dude.
It's like I don't quite remember that scene, but it's like some Lost Boys shit.
Dude, it is like
fucking,
his brother's like a soldier in the vampire army, and he's like a scientist, and then like they're trying to find the cure for it, but they're also like running out of blood. They're trying to like make synthetic blood. And
yeah,
dude, it's like it's a gory ass movie, but I like that movie a lot.
It's not. I don't even think of it like being real gory because like I mean there might be some gory scenes.
There's a couple disgusting scenes. I should say
yeah.
That. Like, there's a really disgusting scene where like a guy like explodes and like shit goes everywhere. But like, yeah, I guess it's more bloody. Like there's some bloody parts, but yeah, man, I like that movie.
Did you and your wife see the Before and After the Sunset movies with Ethan Hawke? Did you watch those? You might like.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't see that.
Oh, those are those are like Ethan Hawke, like classic, like romantic comedy. They were, when they're kind of a big deal, like they were like semi blockbuster movies or whatever,
Right on, dude. Have you seen Good Kill with Ethan Hawke?
Good Kill. That sounds familiar. I don't know if I've seen it.
If you haven't seen that one, that's a fucking good one. It's where he's the drone pilot. He was like an Air Force combat pilot, and he's got PTSD. But then they're like, okay, you're going to be a drone pilot now. And what happened? The plot of the movie is he's doing his drone pilot thing, but then the CIA comes in and is like, okay, you're going to start hitting these targets. And he's like, but no, what about this? And they're like, no, you're going to start hitting these. And it's obviously like a conflict of interest starts to get into it, and like he becomes morally conflicted. So he's like dealing with that. He's dealing with like shit at home. It's one of his best performances. If you like Ethan Hawke, man, like that's some of his best acting is in Good Kill.
I think I may have seen this. I don't know if I sat down and watched the whole thing all the way through. But I think it could be one of those that you have to rewatch.
Yeah, it's one that's like it's not it kind of moves at a slow pace. It's definitely a slow burner.
Slow, yeah.
It definitely moves slow. There's not a lot of action at all, but it's like it's got a good story. Like the intensity like slowly ramps up, and it's a good like pretty realistic like portrayal of PTSD and like really good acting from Ethan Hawke, and like I enjoyed that movie a fucking lot, man.
Okay, so Nick Alexander says he must admit that he's seen all the Twilight movies, and there's some great fights between the wolves and the vampires. They drag out with some sappy love scenes for the tweens. Yeah, but you could say it drags out a little bit. Yeah, I get there is times with that, but it makes up for it with all the other cool shit. So yeah, I agree with you.
Dude, you know what, Noah? Sorry, I'm pouring some water here. I think this isn't a great franchise, but I think it's a little bit better than all the hate it gets. It's fucking Pirates of the Caribbean, man. The first Pirates of the Caribbean I thought was so goddamn entertaining. Like, I was so high when I saw that fucking movie. And like that, but I get the Jack Sparrow thing got old, but like, I don't know, man. I definitely, every time I saw those movies, I remember like enjoying it, even as they got more ridiculous. Like, so that one is my vote for me.
Yeah, a couple of those movies are really damn good. I don't know how much hate they get, but yeah. There's like, I haven't even watched those. Like, I'm not an expert on those movies, like, because I've only seen probably, but Johnny Depp is like not even believable, like as a pirate, but like he's just such a fucking like crazy dude and like fucking like icon, bro. Like he just makes it into like a circus,
Bro, yeah, totally. I saw that first Pirates. I remember it was in Little Rock, and I was fucking dating this fucking spoiled ass sorority girl. Fucking God, I never learned my lesson with that. But well, I have now. But anyway, so I remember we saw that shit in theaters. I was so fucking stoned, and like, dude, he was just cracking me up, man. I was like, this is what I'm talking about, man. Just like some ridiculous like swashbuck. I'm a sucker for like that kind of shit, like sword fighting. I'm a sucker for sword fighting, dude. So like pirate shit, like yep, like it's like checking all these boxes. Like this is ridiculous. Yeah, ludicrous plot. But the first one I think is really really good. But the other ones are entertaining too. The one with I think it was the second one where goddamn, I can never think of the dude's name.
You could almost like Orlando Bloom.
Not Orlando Bloom. It's the guy who plays the bad guy.
That's his dad or whatever.
Jeffrey Rush.
Jeffrey Rush. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you could consider those movies masterpieces if you really wanted to, because I tried to watch The Black Sails on Stars, and maybe I'm an idiot, but I cannot catch on to that series, and I wanted to. I tried to watch that series. So super hot blonde woman, whatever. I tried to watch that series about pirates, The Black Sails. I wanted to like it, and I gave it chances multiple times, and I cannot watch that for some reason.
Dude, you know what I couldn't get into? I think I'm going to give the show another chance, though. I could not get into this fucking show the first time I started watching it, though. Maybe it was because I was just in not a good mood. I don't know. But I'm going to give it another chance. I'm going to give Ozark another chance.
Ozark? Yeah, that was I made it through the first season of Ozark, and I was just like, I don't know if I can do more of this. Like, but apparently it gets better after the first season. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do Better Call Saul. Everybody raved about how good that show was compared to like Breaking Bad. Huh? You couldn't get into it?
Dude, good fucking shout. Great shout. I feel the exact same way. Couldn't do it. Couldn't get into it.
I gave it an honest shot. Like I wanted to like that show, and I watched multiple episodes, and I just couldn't do it, man. Like it wasn't. Everybody was saying, "Oh, it's as good as Breaking Bad," and it's.
Dude, I think that's what it was for me. Breaking Bad for me is my all-time favorite show. I've watched it through multiple times. I've had it on DVD so long that the boxes are frayed and fucked up. Like I fucking love that show. Like I revere it more than any other television show. And so I guess for me, it was kind of like a bastardization. I was like, what is this monstrosity? It's like, you don't spin off Breaking Bad. I just fucking like, I don't, maybe that's what it was. Man,
what about the Breaking Bad movie though? Like it's not terrible.
El Camino. Oh my God. El Camino is so fucking good. I loved El Camino, bro. I will say
you did? Okay, cool, man. I didn't like it as much as the show. I was disappointed, but I still liked it. Like I enjoyed that it was a Breaking Bad movie. I thought it
was a good little extension of Jesse. I thought it was a good little wrap up on Jesse's story. But like, bro, no, it can't touch the show. Can't touch the show.
Jesse went off the deep end in real life too, bro. After that fucking show, like he's not in shit anymore.
Yeah, I guess Paul just said fuck it and like was just like, nah. I don't know. Yeah, but I've heard he's a pretty nice guy in real life. Like you can walk up to Aaron Paul and he'll be friendly and be chill and take pictures and shit.
Do you know about Danny Masterson and fucking him raping all these women in Scientology?
Dude, I did hear about that. What the fuck?
Dude, okay, so 2 cents. My new thing is Scientology. Fucking listening to all these like documentaries about him and shit,
Mm-hmm.
That is some weird fucking cult ass shit going on, man. And yeah, Scientology, bro. It's this 2 cents. The leader of Scientology is this dude named David Miscavige. All right.
I'm listening. I got you.
And he fucking imprisoned his wife in these fucking these forests in Los Angeles.
What?
He has her guarded in like a prison, and nobody has seen from this woman for 13 years. And Leah Remini filed a police report on it, And the Church of Scientology has so much power that when that police report was filed, they just handled it. They just handled it, bro. It's there's women there. She's being held hostage. There's people that are being beaten, sexually abused. They're grown adults that are being held hostage right now in the gold base. And
That,
it's off. What?
Sorry, go ahead.
There's people being held hostage. They're not allowed. They can't call 911. They can't escape the property of this religion. They're being held hostage it's basically like almost like southeastern Los Angeles, like off the coast of there. There's inland a little bit. There's this place called the Gold Base, which was where the leader of Scientology originally built this huge compound, and he was going to live there. And now the current leader lives there, I believe. But the whole place is guarded by a security force and fenced in with the type of fence that if you try to climb over it, there's razor sharp steel posts that you can't escape.
The razor wire, dude.
Or no, it's not wire. No, it's like razor pointed. It's razor tips.
Yeah,
like steel. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, dude, man. What do you remember hearing about that one shit? It reminds me a lot of that. It was that chick from what that fucking show? What was the show she was in?
Oh,
this chick from Smallville. The chick that was in Smallville.
I don't know.
Remember that? It was like that crazy sex cult thing where it was something like that. Like a dude was like a fucking messianic figure, and he had brainwashed all these women into thinking that he was some prophet or something, and women started recruiting other women, and it was a crazy and apparently it was real. Then the fucking it all got exposed by that chick from that Smallville actress. I think she fucking, I can't remember if she was the whistleblower or what, but this shit was crazy, man. There's definitely some weird shit that goes on that, some behind the scenes. Have you ever seen have you ever just been driving by and you'll see you ever see those big gigantic churches, those mega fucking churches, and they have all these different steeples and wings, and you just kind of shudder to think about some of the things that goes on at night, when it's all quiet and what goes on in the depths of some of those places at night. It's creepy as fuck, dude.
I do. Hell yeah, man.
Dude, all that shit, Scientology and all that. Oh man, it's fucking strange.
I have a vampire church right where I live. I could walk there in probably 5 to 10 minutes. I drive by it all the time. It's called the something Covenant Church. Covenant. Oh, a vampire coven or whatever.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, dude. Man, dude, I know they always have some weird name like that too. The Church of the Inner Life of the fucking. I don't know, man. This shit is just crazy.
But I heard creepy ass shit. I heard stories. I was on YouTube, and this one person was saying they went into a Scientology center and they didn't know it was Scientology, and they were there on the initiation, and they were trying to leave and saying I'm not interested, and the woman wouldn't let her leave, and
what the fuck? That shit is creepy as fuck, dude. That's did you ever fucking did you ever fucking see Bowfinger? Do you remember the shit that was in Bowfinger, that institute of higher oh man, what was it called? It was a cult, Mindhead. That's what it was, Mindhead. If it's oh, I can't remember what it was.
I have seen Bowfinger, yeah.
It was just like that though. It was a little fucking little cultish school of thinking and being, and it's just weird shit, man. A lot of money in religion, says Noah. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Okay, so 2 cents, and have you seen Midsommar? Have you seen Midsommar?
I haven't seen it. I've seen a couple scenes from it.
Oh,
yeah, I kind of spoiled the plot for myself. Like I saw the ending and I saw all the crazy like death.
Oh, you saw the ending and all that shit, but you didn't see the movie?
I've seen like what happens and everything.
I don't even like the fucking ending. Like, you know, I don't even like all that shit that happens at the end. Like, I mean, I know it's crazy, but the best part of the movie like leads up to that. That's like the worst part of the movie. So, but yeah, it's pretty good. But like, I don't know if I would. I mean, if you've already seen the ending and stuff, I don't know how good it is anymore.
Yeah, well, I watched the part where like where the old people jump off the cliff, and then I saw where like the dude like impregnates the fucking like the little summer festival whore. And then,
so you did see quite a bit of it, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen. I watched like a couple scenes, and I saw the fucking shit with the fuck. What was the other thing I saw that was crazy? There was some other shit that was like a crazy death scene. I can't remember what.
The best part of the movies like that for me are in the beginning. So it's essentially like a Hostel movie, like Hostel, where they torture the Americans. So you have like this insider who's like hanging out with like these normal like young adults, and he like lures them into this fucking cult. So that's the part that I found really interesting in like the beginning of the movie, when the whole lead up to arriving at like this village in Sweden, and like, you know, you don't realize it's a cult. Like, I love that kind of like eerie feeling leading up into a cult.
No, I like that, dude, because that's that makes you go back and think about the beginning of the film, like something you weren't really like, oh, what? And I always like that element of storytelling in like a thriller or a horror movie, that like the horrible realization that something you thought was a certain way isn't, you know, like that.
Well, you have to see that lead up to appreciate that Midsommar. So like, I totally get what you said. You only saw like bits and pieces and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it's a creepy movie. It definitely is fucking. It's yeah. Even when I see it on like advertised on my remote control, like I get scared a little bit when I see that woman,
dude. She fought. Well, the whole thing with like I feel like a narrative surrounding Midsommar was like wow, this movie's just about like chicks and just want to fucking like just girl power, just kill dudes. I'm like, what? Like I don't know, like I haven't seen the movie, but it's like, well, I don't get all that fucking like I didn't really like feel like, I don't know, maybe
it wasn't like a feminist.
I didn't get all the fucking like the motifs that people were fucking talking about or whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't a feminist movie. I don't know what that is.
That's what. Yeah, like ultra feminist. Like it kind of just seemed like a really fucked up, you know, just Vacation Gone Bad kind of thing, like cult shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
There was some other movie else. Oh well, you know that director, dude, that he's the guy that did Hereditary. That movie creeped the fucking shit out of me, dude.
Yeah, I won't watch that. Hereditary. Yeah, I won't. I can't even watch that. It's too scary for me.
Dude, that movie. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. I refuse to watch it. I tried to watch it.
Dude, it was one of those movies. Like I watched it and like I didn't think, because I'd heard this shit like, oh, it's so scary, it's so scary. I'm like, yeah, right, whatever, dude. Oh, possession, ooh, scary possession, ooh. But like, but dude, they get like real specific with it. Like they go like deep into demonology. They talk about this one specific demon that has these certain powers, and like it's just, and then the way the ending is just genuinely like disturbed me, like gave me the chills, like that sinking feeling, like it was creepy. It was fucking scary.
Yeah, there was a one that I seen recently that was actually really good sci-fi movie. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I don't think it was Midnight Sky. I'm not even sure if I've seen this. I'm pretty sure I saw Midnight Sky, but it just came out recently. It had like a really big name actor as the lead. It was like Nicolas Cage. Might have been.
Dude, you want to I'll give you a little fucking gem, and I can almost guarantee that not many people have heard of this movie, because I randomly just found out about this movie. Like I was just like Googling like trailers on YouTube.
Okay, and I found it, but go ahead, continue. I'll tell you after.
Well, I was
say, no, go ahead. I'll tell you after. Go ahead.
Okay. So I just randomly found this one just Googling trailers on YouTube, like sci-fi movies. It's a few years ago. It's called Black Road.
Road?
Yeah, it's Black Road. It's a super low budget movie, indie sci-fi movie, but it's got a cool like kind of concept. And the whole thing is it's this like it's in the future. There's like certain there's like a city and then there's like a free state where it's kind of like a free state, like a sovereign state or whatever. And the plot revolves around this guy who's like this ex-soldier and he's a bounty hunter now, like bounty hunter, kind of private investigator kind of guy. But the whole like thing with the movie is he has this fucking like he's a cyborg and he has this like, or he's half cyborg and he has this like thing, this like artificial, it's not, I guess you call it artificial intelligence, but it's like, it's basically like his partner. And he like, it's like a chip that he like sticks into his head. And it's his like, it's his like wingman basically. It like, it watches out for him. It's kind of like a Jarvis kind of thing, like Iron Man. Like it talks to him, it gives him advice. It can find all this different like shit for him, like interface with all these computers and shit. And the whole plot is like him, like this woman is trying to get him to like, I can't remember what she's trying to get him to do. It's like I don't know if it's to kill her husband or like steal all this money from him or something. But like the husband is this like crazy cult leader and he's got these like psychic like powers and like it's the crazy movie, man. It's like I reckon if you like sci-fi movies and just like kind of off the wall shit, I definitely recommend it. It's not too long either. It's called Black Road. It's pretty cool.
Okay, I see it. It looks kind of weird. Like, yeah,
it's weird. Man. It's definitely weird. It's different. It's different. But I liked it. I thought it was good.
Aside from the whole Twilight things with your wife, I fully recommend watching finishing the series. If there was one movie that I'd tell you that you need to watch, like that, I have a feeling you haven't seen this one. And if you haven't, I know that you would like this movie. Like I just know for a fact, like you would like this movie.
Okay.
It's Nicolas Cage. Do you like Nicolas Cage?
I do. I do.
Okay, because I had a best friend of mine who was kind of like a bully growing up, and he used to say like he didn't like Nicolas Cage because he was like a racist and just the guy would just didn't like a lot of weird shit. Like, how do you not like Nicolas Cage? I didn't understand. But the movie's called Color Out of Space.
Dude, I've seen that.
All right, you've seen it.
Space.
There you go.
Yeah, it's fucking good. That is good, dude. Like that's a crazy like
weird ass movie, dude. Weird ass.
Dude, that shit, like that shit with like the wife and the son was so gnarly. That shit was disturbing, dude.
That was the best movie fucking Nicolas Cage has done in like 10 years, bro.
He's so like, yeah, he was good in that, man. That's real. I love Nicolas Cage in Bad Lieutenant. I fucking love that movie, man.
He lives over in Boulder City, like close to where I was living. Where I used to live in Vegas. He was like, I don't know how far it was, but not too far. Maybe like, I used to live in the same fucking, Mike Tyson lives in Henderson too. I was like living right near Mike Tyson too. I didn't even know it. But yeah, anyway, forget about that.
No, that's cool. Fuck yeah. I need to, there was a movie I was thinking about watching. Well, I need to finish, I definitely need to finish Castlevania before the new season comes out. I need to, yeah, I fucking love Castlevania.
I haven't seen that.
It's on Netflix. I definitely recommend it if you like, it's really, really well, it's one of the better animated shows that I've seen.
I tried to watch Invincible. I watched like the first episode or like some of it. I think I might have finished the first episode of Invincible. I don't know if it's my thing or maybe like, I mean, it looks cool. It's really well done. I'm not as big on cartoon stuff as you are. I don't want to like hate on that or anything. It's just not
it
like,
doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Some people like just don't fuck with it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's some really cool cartoon shit, then like and you have to watch it, like whatever, like fucking, I'm trying to think of an example, but maybe like Attack of the Clones or something. Like I've been meaning to watch that, so I may end up watching that.
Yeah,
I was talking to my cousin. My cousin was highly recommending that show as well. He's like a huge sci-fi geek, like the biggest one I know. And he was recommending. He said Attack of the Clones the Clone Wars starts out a little bit slow in the beginning, but then they like figured out how to make the show, and then it's just like pretty sick from there on out.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. It's a little like kiddie style, like the first couple seasons, but then when the Darth Maul shit starts to come back around, like it definitely gets dark as fuck. And the animation is really awesome. But yeah, Castlevania is super like. So okay, with Invincible, let me just say this. The first episode of Invincible, I was watching it and I'm like, okay, yeah, it looks cool, but this is just like some typical like superhero origin shit or whatever. But then the end of the first episode, when he like kills all the other superheroes, I was like, holy shit. I was like, okay, this is a little bit different.
And I didn't even know that. No, I don't mind. No, I didn't even know I must have not seen the first episode.
Oh, but dude.
Yeah, no, you didn't spoil it. No, you didn't spoil it. That sounds crazy.
Dude, yeah, watch the end of the first episode.
Who kills all the other superheroes? Which one?
Just okay. Well, I didn't totally spoil it for you then. Just watch the end of the first episode because it is brutal and it is crazy and it was totally like okay.
The father. Are you talking about that father dude?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Nick Alexander, Jack Attack just recommended me that film recently. Cube. Yeah. He just because he directed something else that Jack and I were saying was a good. Oh yeah, Jack said Splice. Have you seen Splice? You've seen Splice, right?
I've seen Splice and Cube. Cube is fucking awesome. Cube is.
Oh,
awesome.
is it? All right.
Yeah. Hard value.
Oh, awesome. That's
value.
Cool, dude. I'm gonna have to watch that then.
Yeah. Okay, so Castlevania was an awesome video game. I used to play the game back in the day on Nintendo. It was fun.
Yeah, I played Castlevania, I think too. I might have played that once, yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like that was a definitely a tight ass game like on Nintendo like back in the day. Castlevania the show though, I definitely recommend that to anybody that likes like violent action, like actually the voice acting is really fucking good in it too and it's funny. Like there's some genuinely like funny like jokes and shit. That they crack and stuff, but it's like it's really violent and like the plot is cool. Like obviously Dracula is like he's one of the bad guys, but he's not like he's the bad guy in like the first and second season. But there's like other vampires that are like plotting against him, and there's like there's these like forge masters that are humans that can make like. They can reanimate dead bodies into turn them into demons. Like so they're making a demon army for Dracula, and like one of them is loyal to Dracula and the other one is like kind of like gets like corrupted or whatever by another vampire. And
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, there's some cool shit. The animation is really awesome. The action is really fucking good.
I am interested, man. I'm interested. I like the sound of that. And I don't know if I actually did play that video game. I heard of it so much, but it was one of those like Double Dragon, like Castlevania shit that I was like, I never played, but everybody was like, this is the coolest game ever.
Dude, exactly. Exactly.
I don't think I ever got that into Double Dragon or anything. Like I wasn't a Sega Genesis guy. So Sonic the Hedgehog was just like the shit,
Right. Dude, one of my buddies fucking loved Castlevania. And I played the first game and I definitely enjoyed it like when I was a little kid. But yeah, I had one buddy, he had all the Castlevania games. They were definitely popular. But
what was that one that was like sick? It was like a military game or something. Contra? It was on like Contra. Yeah, Contra.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yes.
But even Contra was not as good as Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game.
Dude, that side scroller. Oh yeah, that fucking is that we're talking about the arcade shit?
The arcade. Did you ever play Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game on Nintendo, like Super Nintendo?
Yes, yes. Where you're like, this like the side scroller, and then you fight Bebop and Rocksteady at the end of the first shit.
Well, it sounds right, but yeah, like I used to play that game in the arcade, and it was like the best game in the arcade, and then they came out with it on Super Nintendo, and it like was, it's not like an arcade, but it's like just as good. It's like close enough.
Dude, they used to have a Marvel game like that too, like an X-Men game. It was like the same like format, like.
Oh yeah, I played that Marvel game in the arcade, dude. Probably more than any game in the arcade. That with Storm and everything.
Yeah, you could be Storm, you could be Nightcrawler.
That game was so sick.
Wolverine, I think.
Oh yeah. But the problem was like it's like I always like ended up running out of tokens. Like I.
Yeah, dude. I used to play that shit at fucking Showbiz Pizza. It's what eventually became Chuck E. Cheese, but it was Showbiz back in the day. I remember they had that fucking X-Men game in there. I played those shit.
And that game was cool though because like everybody it was like a group game. Like everybody could play, and there was always people that wanted to play it. So that game was like always filled up with like 5 players. It was fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah, dude. I remember that Simpsons shit too. I remember if you were Bart, you had the skateboard, and each one of them had like a weapon you could use. At least had a saxophone or something. Yeah, I remember that shit was awesome, dude. It was the exact same. It was like the Turtles one, the X-Men one, the fucking Simpsons and shit. Man.
Oh, the Simpsons one was a dope. Yeah, Simpsons one fucking was hardcore, dude. When Bart's slapping people with a skateboard and shit.
Yeah, dude.
And I did Virtua Fighter. That was my other one.
Dude, I like Virtua Fighter. Dude, I had so I was a huge fucking like Sega dude. I had fucking Genesis, Saturn, Dreamcast. I had all that shit.
Oh, Dreamcast is my favorite system of all time, even though I wasn't a Sega guy, but yeah.
Dude, yeah, that's a fucking I remember I had Virtua Fighter 4. I think I got Virtua Fighter.
I never played 4. That sounds cool though.
Dude, fucking I love some Virtua Fighter, man. I always played I was good as I was really good with Jackie for some reason. Like I would fuck people up with Jackie, but I was good with the ninja too. I think it was like Cage or something.
Yeah, it was some Kumite shit, man. Even people that haven't seen Bloodsport to this day, if you're walking around and like as an adult and you haven't seen Bloodsport, people like that like just haven't seen it and they act like it's no big deal. Like that just boggles my mind.
Oh man, yeah, like back in the day, seeing that, like I saw the movie when I was like 10 or 12, like in like the mid 90s. That movie was like, I mean, yeah, it's like you watch it now and it's like dated for sure, but yeah, Bloodsport was the shit back in the day, dude.
I'm sure it still is if you watched it for the first time.
Like, yeah, absolute shit.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't hit somebody. I mean, okay, so it's like a little bit dated on the movie, but no, I mean, I just watched a movie that Jack recommended me like recently. It was like an old movie. I guess it's not that old, but it was like a British movie. So like it looked old and it was a weird movie, but it's pretty good. Like I don't mind watching old movies. You just have to like get used to them for a second. Like, all right, so this isn't like the brand new fucking Technicolor fucking film. But like, who gives a shit about that? It's more about like the storyline and everything.
Dude, exactly. And you'll find like movies that are like way ahead of their time, and they're doing so much more with less. Like, yeah, they don't have the special effects and stuff, but they're just making up with it with like story and like music and just different like other like elements of like storytelling and shit.
So this is the one that my cousin recommended me that I'd never heard of. And if you heard of it, man, I'll honestly be impressed because this show, I just think it went completely under the radar. Never heard of it, never seen it, don't know what the hell it is. But this was like my cousin was telling me outside of Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I haven't seen either, which he also highly recommended that to me. Obviously, that's where Israel Adesanya got his nickname from.
Right.
But yeah, so he said that's really good. But this show is called Doom Patrol. You know
Doom Patrol. That's like a superhero show, kind of, right?
I believe so. Yeah, that's good. That's
good. It's like I've heard of it. I have heard of it. Is it good?
My cousin highly recommended this show in fucking 96% like Rotten Tomatoes. average tomato meter, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser, I guess, like came out of hiding for like 10 years. He wasn't making movies. And it's Matt Bomer. Matt Bomer is like he's the dude from with that show with Jessica Biel, the fucking liar or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck
the Sinner. Yeah, he was in the
Sinner. Yeah. Matt Bomer. So he's good if you like him. So Brendan Fraser, Matt Bomer. I'm just looking at the cast. It's like some other young people I don't know. And then Timothy Dalton, of all people, bro. Timothy Dalton is listed in this game.
Damn. That's a fucking blast from the past.
But this was like, he was telling me this is like the craziest, weirdest show. It's like sci-fi. So, I mean, this might be something to check out. I'm going to watch it, and I'll let you know if it's good. But it's got really fucking good reviews here if you actually bring it up.
Nice.
Like, yeah.
I'll definitely check that out, man. I'm a sucker for some like underground like superhero shit for sure.
It's like The Boys. If The Boys was like like fucking sinister and fucking crazy,
Right. Fuck, dude, I'm all about that kind of shit. I'll definitely check it out, man.
I haven't seen it. I'm just assuming,
Right. Yeah, I do. I remember seeing like trailers for that and like hearing people talk about it. Speaking of Timothy Dalton, though, man, I was fucking a movie that I saw not too long ago that I used to watch all the time when I was a kid and fucking loved it and wanted to fucking be this fucking thing so bad. The Rocketeer, dude. I used to be such a fucking sucker for The Rocketeer. I thought that was the coolest shit I'd ever seen, like when I was a kid. I loved that fucking helmet and the whole like jetpack and shit. And I remember Timothy Dalton was the bad guy in that. And yeah, that's a fucking that's a pretty fucking, that's a decent like little like adventure movie or whatever. That's
Rocketeer is one of the best movies I saw when I was a kid. Like I'll always remember that. It's like nostalgia.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Exactly, dude. It's nostalgic as fuck. It like, yeah, man. It's like
if you like adventure movies, The Lost City of Z. If you haven't seen it since, it's fucking amazing,
dude. I will check that out because I had somebody else recommend that to me. That
might have been me. No, it was someone else.
Dude, no, it was you. It was you, dude. I remember that. No, yeah, this was not too long ago. That's the Charlie Hunnam movie, right?
It's fucking really good movie, dude. It's also based on a true story. So like the shit actually happened. And the people fucking just, I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but that's nice. I mean, the people went missing, bro. People went missing in that movie.
Nice, dude. Dude, another good adventure movie, a little like underrated adventure movie, The Phantom. If you haven't seen that.
Oh, The Phantom. I might have seen it. Let me see. Oh, Billy Zane. Yeah. Oh, that's sick, dude. That movie is sick. That's my classic, underrated movie, dude. That movie is sick.
Dude, hell yeah. He's got that fucking purple suit. He rocks the pistol and he's got the horse and shit. Oh yeah, dude. That movie's awesome. And
that movie's off the chain.
Fucking bad guy. He's so crazy as that bad guy.
Hey, if you like Billy Zane, I actually know a series you might like. I think I may have recommended to you. Not sure, but I know a series you might like. But I Billy Zane is actually only kind of in the first season. But you will like this series. I mean, because it opens up with Billy Zane. Let me look it up here. I'm trying to figure. I think you will like this series. I'm trying to find what it is. I may get the exact name. I think I know what it's called. Fuck is it? All right, I think I found it. So Mad Dogs. Have you heard of the show called Mad Dogs?
I have not.
This is okay. Dude, this like fucking three normal dudes go to Belize and fucking meet up with like their old buddy who's like in Belize and has like a mansion and who's all tied up with like organized crime down there and shit. Mm-hmm. And these three like normal dudes from like Chicago, Billy Zane, my man Billy Zane. Or no. I meant Steve Zahn. I'm sorry, Steve Zahn.
Oh yeah. Steve Zahn.
Steve Zahn, and there's that black dude that's like in everything. He's in Friday After Next. He's got the bald head. He's in Weeds. If you ever saw the series Weeds, that black dude with the bald head, he's like in everything.
Is that like Mike Epps?
Nah, it's not Mike Epps. He looks like him though. That's like a good guess. He's not as dark as Mike Epps. Do you see this TV show Weeds?
Oh no, yeah. Is it the dude that's in the dude that was in fucking 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Yeah, yes.
That dude, yeah.
Yeah, so he's in the show, Steve Zahn, if you like Steve Zahn, which I do, and then Billy Zane. It's a good show, dude. I highly recommend the show. It might only be one season too. It's called Mad Dogs. I highly recommend the show.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's one of those shows where like you get to see a bit of the Belize countryside too. Because I'm pretty sure the show's like filmed in Belize or like, it's totally believable. Like,
Right on. Well, dude, fuck yeah, I'll check it out.
Michael Imperioli, the dude from Sopranos.
Okay.
Did you ever? If you've never seen, I know you're not a big poker guy, maybe. But if you've never seen Stu Unger, The High Roller Story, it's basically like a documentary of the best poker player of all time. He was addicted to whores and like drugs and fucking it's a really good movie if you've never seen that. Stu Unger, The High Roller Story.
Shit, man, I'll check that one out. I got a few shits to check out.
Yeah, 2 cents. Me and you are like the number fucking one guys when it comes to recommendations, bro. We have all this random shit.
Dude, man. I watch a lot of fucking movies, man, and you obviously do too. So that's what's up. Well, dude, I think I might wrap this one up actually.
Yeah, man.
So this has been a good one, dude. This was a fucking good time, man. Do you?
It was fun.
If you want to give the people some final words, I appreciate you joining me on stream as always, and you're always welcome.
Yeah, man. I saved a lot of your recommendations. I appreciate the good looks, and I'm 100% can't wait to watch that movie Tenet. That's gonna be the first one I check out, and to everybody that held through with the stream, Noah's a soldier. Noah does not. He is not run away from battle. Noah always stays strong with the crew, and I want to give a shout out to Noah and all these other guys that are cool. Nick Alexander. There's a lot of other guys. I don't know where Jack Attack went, but yeah, man, it's a good crew we got in here, and I love talking about like movies and sci-fi. And 2 cents. Sorry if I rambled on too much. I tried to warn you.
Not at all.
Yeah, when I'm on this THC, man, it's a slippery slope. That's all I got to tell you.
Ramble your ass off, dude. I don't give a shit.
Yep. And I appreciate you having me on. It was a fun time. We have Boston Nick and the Big Show crew. That was an interesting encounter, man. It was a fun time, and it was a fantastic stream. One of the best I've been on, and I will talk to you soon.
Hey, dude. Yeah, definitely. It was a great stream, man, and. Like I said, you're welcome anytime. It's always a pleasure to have you on, and thanks again, dude. Appreciate you. Yep. There he is, Rogue Strummer. That was a good stream, dude. I will probably be back on Thursday. If not Thursday, I'll definitely be back Friday. To talk some more UFC 262. I didn't talk a whole lot about that. But before I wrap it up, I might as well. There are 2 people in the building. I'm fucking excited about UFC 262, man. The main event in particular, we will have a new UFC lightweight champion. I do believe it will be Iron Michael Chandler, but we can definitely talk about that fight on Thursday or Friday. Yeah, good stream though, man. Really good stream. Recapped UFC Vegas 26, and got to shoot the shit with with Boston Nick and Rogue Strummer, of course. And yeah, I got to talk about all kinds of shit, man. Movies and stuff, good TV shows. Like I said, for Strummer, definitely recommend. Given Invincible like a couple few episodes. If in a couple few episodes you'll kind of get the gist of it. If it's not your thing, I certainly understand. But it's definitely like it takes a hard left turn at the very end of the first episode. So yeah, and I'll send you a clip or two of some Castlevania fight scenes, and yeah, it's that's a fucking cool show too. But yeah, and I will check out the recommendations. I definitely need to finish watching the Twilight movies with the missus, and yeah, I will check out Lost City of Z as well. And there's another one that I'll go back on the stream and look at too. But yeah, thanks again, dude, for joining me, and thanks again to Boston Nick, and the Big Show joined us too. So yeah, thank you to both those boys. And man, yeah, I'll echo what Rogue Strummer said. Thank you to everybody that came through in the chat. We did have 11 people in the stream at one point. I always love seeing those double digits. So yeah, thank you to everyone that joined, and yeah, thank you to Noah and the usual suspects that hold it down in the fucking chat. Y'all are the shit, man. Yeah, thanks again, Rogue. Appreciate you, dude. Nikki Elbows, Big Show. Thank y'all as well. Nick, Noah, the fucking usual suspects. Yeah, man, there's some underrated movies out there. There's definitely some underrated movies for sure. The General joined us. Good to see the General as always. James, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, man. Good shit. Thank you to everyone that came through. If I missed you, missed the shout out, I apologize. But yeah, y'all the shit, man. This is why I do the stream, just chopping it up with y'all. And like I said, I'll be back Thursday or Friday. I got to go see the dentist again on Thursday, but if I don't get fucked up too bad, I will do a Thursday stream. And if not, I'll just be back on Friday to get my picks. But yeah, once again, I did recap UFC Vegas 26. I did take accountability for my fucking shitty picks. I ate my crow. I gave credit where it was due. And yeah, I hope to improve upon this past week, because 5-4, that ain't going to cut it. So yeah, once again, big thank you and shout out to Boston Nick and Rogue Strummer. Thank you to everyone that joined me in the chat. Really, really appreciate it. And I'll be back, and I hope to see y'all then. This has been just my 2 cents, and y'all have yourselves a good evening. Peace.